And we're live. Welcome to another great episode of Horror Talk. And tonight we have a very special guest. We have the lovely and talented Miss Sparkle Soojian to join us tonight to talk about the things that she's got going on. She's got a lot going on, so there's going to be a lot to talk about. So, Sparkle, go ahead and say hi to everybody if you want, so they know you.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Drew. I've been watching this forever. I've been a big fan of Horror Talk. And finally, it's nice to be on.
It's good to have you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence, madame.
Well, thank you. So I have that promotion today that we're doing for Miss Health and Fitness. Right now I'm in first place, but depending on how this show goes, I'll either stay in first place or go behind.
We definitely need to get that posted up for you. So here,
don't put any pressure on us or anything.
I mean, I don't know what we're gonna have to. I'm not a floating unicorn.
I know it's pretty badass.
How do I get to show the horn? There we go. You saw the horn.
Excellent.
That's some rock star shit right there.
I know that is a floating unicorn.
If it were just like an inner tube or something like that, it wouldn't be special. It's the fact that it's a floating unicorn.
It has to be a floating unicorn. And then I have its tail right here.
It's a rainbow tail, no less. So it's like I don't know. It's very brony friendly, is what I'm saying.
I know, right? So if I win Miss Health and Fitness, they put us on the cover, the winner on the cover, and then you get $20,000 and you could donate it. So we could do something cool. If I win, I could donate comic books to the needy. Captain Love comic books to the needy.
Bitchin'.
What do you think of that, Brian?
I think that would be awesome. I think that would be spectacular.
No, but I want to do little things like that because I have a show, the Sparkle Show, and every week I have really good guests. And back before COVID and everything, and I was working a lot, I had like this one guest. She was helping homeless vets. That was her cause, and I had to cut her a check for $100, and then throughout time, different people that came on and had really good causes. I got to do that, and then now everything kind of took a dive when COVID happened.
Yeah.
And I just had this amazing girl on my show a couple weeks ago. Her daughter had passed away, and she started a foundation in her honor. And it's like I want to cut people not huge checks. $20,000 doesn't go like a long way. 20,000 doesn't like divide it. But if every time I could cut people like $100, $300 that come on here and there, buy 10 comic books for like some like kids somewhere, like that'd be cool,
Yeah, problem is Captain Love isn't exactly kid friendly.
Yeah, it's not kid friendly. Nor is it. They don't allow it. They don't allow me to send Captain Love to the troops either through those services. So
there's a little too much loving. Yeah, there's a little too much loving going on in Captain Love.
It's mature. They don't.
How about I buy it for 10 of the homeless veterans? I guess buy Captain Love for the homeless veterans.
The homeless veterans can have
I like
them.
Him.
Yeah.
Because they're not currently serving, so they can
exactly.
Captain.
Well, it's actually
I
not.
Love it. Oh my gosh.
You can actually send troops things like Playboys and stuff like that in gift packages. You know what I mean? So you can. There's no limit to that, but it's the services that deliver books to the troops that those they don't. Yeah, they don't encourage.
I didn't know. I didn't know if they were getting grounded or something, or they were going to get too excited. They were going to focus on.
Get too excited.
Pepper Potts in the house, by the way. I just have to point out. Pepper Potts.
Always. She's always up on my shit, that cat.
Hail Rot10 in the chat. Hail Triple R. Hail HT. Hail Lothar D, of course. Hail everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Yeah, definitely, everybody. Good to see you guys.
That I appreciate.
And we like I said, we got Sparkles here. She's floating in her bathing suit on a floating raft of a giant rainbow-colored unicorn. So
maxing and relaxing.
Maxing and relaxing, rocking it rock star style on her horny floaty.
Yeah. Flotation devices, well, you know, if you're going to use them, you might as well make them interesting. Add a little flair.
So to like be all on the forward and up. Sparkle and I are like really like best friends. Just so you guys know, we're like not strangers. We're like good buddies, and and I help her with her show, and she promotes Captain Love, and I mean we go to conventions together when we can. I mean we're buddies. So
You Tizite is what you're saying. You Tizite.
yeah, we're good friends. We got each other's back.
He was
that kind
on
of
my
thing,
show.
so.
He brought this giant cardboard Captain Love, and it was super epic.
The standee, yeah. Those are great. That thing looks great.
So my goal is to get the giant Captain Love cardboard and the unicorn together, and then I'll just be rocking.
I think Captain Love would look.
Playhouse, like Pee-wee's Playhouse, could be Sparkle's Playhouse.
I think Captain Love would look really like handsome and striking with a unicorn like inner tube like around his waist. Maybe some arm floaties.
Arm floaties. Like a 4-year-old, a little floaties.
Yeah.
True, you wanted Captain Love in the swimsuit special, right? Good idea, Brian.
There you go. Gotta have
Captain
something
Love.
for the ladies. Gotta have something for the ladies.
Of course, you have to have beefcakes in the swimsuit special. Can't just be babes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten a really good Captain Love ass shot yet, in the not in the first book, right?
Oh, that's right.
Not one, but in chapter 2 he does take a shower. So
okay, so we might, okay. Because you gotta have it's like in those Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, he would always do the split for the ladies. You gotta, or like when Mel Gibson showed his ass in Lethal Weapon, and like every woman in the theater gasped. Except it actually wasn't his ass; it was a stunt ass.
Not just
a
woman.
Stunt ass.
Like a body double.
Yeah, they do that a lot. I mean, obviously they must have like a flat butt or something because it's just like what the heck.
Right. I'd love to be in a movie. I take my shirt off and then you just see like all these ripped muscles.
They do that in gags all the time.
I'm gonna be your body double, Brian.
Okay, rock and roll. I could get work in the mainstream comics industry that way.
So Sparkle. Obviously, we've posted the link to the Ms. Fitness thing. So everybody's got that link. We will everybody go and vote for Sparkle. Obviously, that's a great thing. And then Sparkle on Thursdays. She also on YouTube and Facebook and on Twitch. She has a show that is called The Sparkle Show. That's every Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. So you guys, everybody who needs to get more Sparkle, they can always find her there every Thursday. So that's important to know as well.
Oh,
I'm now floating in a different direction.
Can I ask what?
Technical. I mean, this is a lot floating. You think lifting weights is tough? Trying to float with your phone and not drop your phone or get dunked in the pool, it's quite a challenge.
Is that like a good core workout?
I mean, this is gonna be the new thing. Oh, okay. Now I'm good. Now I have the side. Okay. Now I don't feel like an islander.
An islander.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
How great. How great. So
only for you, Drew, do I go through Great Lanes.
Yeah, just for me.
Just for
that escape room that's something that everybody has to definitely watch. We do an escape room together on her show this Thursday. You guys get to watch it. It's interesting.
Explain, please. Escape room.
Do you want to explain them what an escape room is, Sparkle?
I mean, I know what an escape room is, but
well, I walked in there and I said, I don't want to use my brain today. We're just gonna interview and we're gonna leave, and then of course we end up using our brains like to the power on a timeline. So we had to go through all these puzzles to escape. There was a 50% success rate, but usually people go in bigger groups than 2 people. And me and Drew are buddies, so we're yelling at each other, cussing at each other. I think Drew bleeped it out for in the edits because I'm like, we're only on time. This is like life or death, even though regardless, they were gonna let us out. But it was definitely a very interesting experience, and yes, if you have a high stressful, high pressure situation, go to the escape room.
What did they do? They lock you in a room and you have to find a way out or something, or you'll suffocate in 20 minutes.
And there's clues everywhere. Everything's a clue, and then except you have to have this tunnel vision because sometimes you're off like you think something's a clue that's not a clue.
Oh,
and,
okay. Red
you
herrings.
can't zoom into something for too long. And then I was on the floor. At one point, I'm laying down on the floor as something happened above me, and I'm like, Drew, what's going on? So he had to be there. So you really have to be with two people because something was happening on top when I was under that desk. What was happening on top when I was under the desk, Drew?
The lights. The lights were changing, but we don't want to give too many spoilers. But yeah,
really weird.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. When is that airing or being posted?
That'll be on Thursday.
On Thursday.
On her show. It actually will be it's at the very end of the interview of that segment. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Obviously I had to cut out a lot of the actual event because we didn't want to give away. Yeah, we don't want to give spoilers out there. You know what I mean? But the room was.
Pretend it's like an Oval Office escape room.
Yeah.
And there's a clue in Trump's hair. There's Monica under the desk. There's all kinds of things going on. That's a good idea. I'm gonna tell him he's like an Oval Office escape room.
An office escape room, that would be good. Yeah, it's like that's kind of like real life from 8 to 5 for a lot of people. It's just
I'm hungry. I want some vegetables. Is anyone else craving vegetables right now?
I got some lentils. Lentils, which are like a perfect food.
Is that what you were eating? I thought you were.
Yeah.
It looked like you were eating like pebbles.
No, it's lentils and brown rice. Yeah, I'm trying. I've struggled with my weight my entire life, and I'm actually doing pretty good with it right now. In the last couple of months, like since the COVID lockdown, I've actually knocked off about like 20 pounds, and that's a combination of exercise and of course just diet. It's like I always tell
I'm a personal trainer. I do FaceTime training sessions. If you ever want a FaceTime training session, I like to do a lot of core.
Core work is.
People think it's going to be fun, but it's not fun at all.
I got one of those yoga balls, and I remember thinking, like, I'm not using one of those, right? Because I'm a guy. We got macho about that shit, right? And I remember the first time I used one, I was like, oh my God, like 5 minutes on one of those doing sit-ups is worth more than like, I don't know, an hour of doing like actual like conventional sit-ups. And then you notice like all these muscles that you didn't notice before. Like in your lower back and everything.
Really exercises that kill the guys. I do this thing called curtsy lunge kicks, and guys hate it because I'm saying they're gonna have to curtsy, and my hands are dying, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh."
I do some Tai Chi as well, which is a much better workout than it actually like looks. And I do I do some kung fu forms. I fool around with swords, Japanese swordsmanship, German long sword. Not that I claim to be like anything other than a dabbler, but for me, it's like if it's exercise, if it's not fun, I'm going to find an excuse to not do it.
I know, but I mean, sometimes it's good to hurt. Sometimes pain feels good, and then you get to reward yourself with Kebabland salad dressing and veggies. This is the best. This is pretty healthy, and this is pretty good. Have you ever been to Kebabland?
Kebabland? No.
That sounds. Sorry, we're all about the kebabs.
Oh man, like I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat that stuff anymore. But oh my God, kebab joints are amazing.
Well, that's why. So if you don't eat kebabs, you can still enjoy the dressing. They sell at the restaurant. So I go to the restaurant a lot of times just to buy the dressing because a lot of times I'm on my salad diets. Like I'll do like a week without meat.
Yeah.
I'll stop my salad. So then this is like really good with the veggies. You gotta mix it up,
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And, if it's a kebab joint, they most likely have falafel, and I will eat the ass out of some falafel.
Let's hope that's what you're eating ass out of.
It's like one of my favorite foods. That's one of the things that I hate about living outside of the city. I live in a suburb about 50 minutes outside of the city. You cannot get a good falafel here.
What did he say that he eats like a falafel?
He eats the ass out of it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That means I eat it from the bottom. That means like the pitas, like the bottom's down there, and I go nom 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 nom.
Yeah, sure, that's what it means.
I'm trying to save face here. Oh, I live in the Hudson Valley in Rockland County. It's a suburb. It's about 50 minutes outside of New York City. And we get like amazing falafel there, but yeah, out here it's
Man, I'm gonna send
impossible.
you some of this. I gotta figure out how I can send this and keep it cold. I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh, I would use that. I eat a lot of
Send me part of your diet.
salad. I especially like salad with some
this is
olives and feta cheese,
Ugh. That
like
sounds
Greek
amazing.
salad.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is really good because I'm not a big ranch fan. People like to put ranch on something in the loads. I've never been a big ranch fan at all. This isn't ranch.
Me neither.
But if you like ranch dressing, but you actually want some more flavor, this is like super jazz stuff. It's just
Von
it's
Klaus.
delicious.
That sounds
Lemon
tasty.
on it, which lemon juice is good for
How's it
fighting
going? Oh my God! Did I walk in on someone downing ranch dressing? This show's crazy. This is wild. I like it.
What's
Sparkle,
up? By all
this is Von Klaus. If you've been watching Horror Talk, you've probably seen him on here a few times. He hangs out on the panel a lot. He makes the comic Monster MD, and he works with what Lady Alchemy is the name of the comic Lady Alchemy as well?
Yeah, Lady Alchemy Mutus Liber. Real badass book. You guys are gonna love this book, man. It's really cool.
Looking
Sorry
forward to it.
I didn't agree with me, the unicorn.
What?
I'm
It's
gonna get
rebelling?
the unicorn so I could hear you guys.
Yeah, no, the unicorn was
But that
probably
fun,
like
the
making
unicorn.
it was making it difficult for you, but yeah.
Oh, there we got a nice look at it.
Yeah, now we can totally see the unicorn when we're walking away from it.
Yeah. Von Klaus, since you're late to the party, she was like maxing and relaxing on a inflatable unicorn like inner tube.
That's okay. That's how you relax. That's exactly how you do that. When you live in an awesome world. Yeah. Someday I hope to have a unicorn to relax on of my own.
May we all, brother. May we all.
I'm working up to it. I'm not there yet.
One of these
First,
days.
I gotta get a pool. Gotta get the pool. Then the unicorn.
Yeah, well, the pool isn't. You get the pool just to have the unicorn.
So are we talking horror or what? Or is it just pools and unicorns?
No, you're not getting
What is
it. You're not getting it. You
And
get
ranch
you're,
dressing.
you're not getting it, Vaughn. You get the unicorn to motivate yourself to get that goddamn pool.
Pool. There you go. There you go, Stoneman. You're right. I'm wrong.
I like that. I could put it on the fridge or something. Yeah, it would look like a skinned unicorn, like
You
across
put it in
my
your
fridge.
you put it in your backyard where you would put the pool, so it's a reminder every time you look at.
Every time sipping my tea in the morning, like someday there's like this beaten to shit unicorn like sitting there sun damaged, fucking rained on,
and then
weeds coming out of it and shit.
And then all your neighbors think that you're a brony.
No. He's got the unicorn, but it's in one of those little plastic kiddie pools.
That guy's weird. You just stand there by the window, sipping his coffee, looking at an inflated unicorn
With the rainbow tail. Like that was an
messed
important
up.
detail for me.
Okay.
Was the rainbow tail.
Yeah, don't
I'm-
worry. He writes comics. Okay, explains everything.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it now. That sounds like a long and grueling process in which I don't get a
Oh, hell
Long
yeah.
and grueling process.
Did we lose Sparkle?
Yeah, she
no.
her connection dropped off, but she just got back. So.
Oh, there
Oh,
she
cool. Back in time for my cat's tail.
is. Aw.
Hey, Jasper.
You
You're so cute.
got your kitty there.
Yeah.
Welcome
Jasper's-
back, Sparkle.
Jasper.
Yeah, show that kitty off.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. Sorry,
Oh.
didn't mean-
Oh,
he's
not in the mood?
embarrassed. He's embarrassed because he's wearing the bib of shame.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Jasper.
Oh.
The
I'll wear
bib
it now.
of shame.
Yeah,
has
this keeps him from killing the baby bunnies in the backyard. Like, after he kills a few, I'm like, all right,
Oh, no.
you're banned from bunny killing. So
Really?
Yeah.
So that, like, kind of keeps them from, like, decimating the local wildlife.
while humans wear bibs and then decimate meat like monsters,
Yeah.
and lobsters get cracked, Jasper cannot kill the little baby bunny in the
That's good.
backyard. So
That's good to know. And just so you know, Drew has an actual cat cam, which is
All
which is
I
a
do
new
have
part of the show. So you
Yeah.
can get a little Pepper Potts action.
Yeah, I do have a cat cam. Sadly,
Pepper Potts. That's not sad.
Funny. Yeah, that's high tech, man. You care.
It's badass, I think. By the way, I love Rot 10 Glory's post in the chat. He says, I sent troops of PCP once. The FBI showed up at my door.
What is what? Okay, is it salad time? Is that what we're doing? We're doing a salad by the pool. That's cool. I want to know more about Sparkle.
Well, right now we have a picture of like if you click the link that we have in
What do
the
you want to
chat.
know?
Caliente.
I want to know what it's like making those horror movies, man. Isn't that what you do?
But she's also a fitness model.
Which one? I've done a lot. My first horror movie was for Adam.
Mm-hmm.
My last one, well, the last one that came out is Prey by Night, where I played a werewolf.
Cool.
Okay. Did you like playing a werewolf?
Well, let me tell you about Armenian women. We're naturally very hairy, so any excuse we get not to shave is a very good time.
Excellent answer.
Typecast.
Excellent answer.
That's awesome.
That is.
Sparkle also hosts a show called it's Strange Things or Stranger Things. What is it?
Oh, really?
On a Veil TV.
That's cool. All right.
It's,
So
no,
I want to know.
Strange Files is the name of it. Strange Files.
Strange Files. I like it. That's really cool. It sounds like a show I would have watched like growing up as a kid. All right. So like, what is sexier, vampires or werewolves? You've played a werewolf. Have you also played a vampire?
I've never played a vampire, but I've always thought werewolves were sexier. I've always been Team Jacob.
Okay.
All
right.
Hell yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
What a debate.
Michael Jackson video.
Yeah.
Come on. Werewolves are like, that's man. I guess I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, that sounded weird. But werewolves are pretty sexy. Yeah.
Okay. See, I usually pose that debate to people and they're like, vampires, hands down vampires. And I'm like, but are they though?
They're walking
Like, don't you ever
corpses.
Yeah,
They're
probably
walking
cold
corpses. And they have bad breath. It's Dracula. It's pointed out by Bram Stoker in that novel that he has chronic halitosis.
Yeah, but Brian, Brian, that was not the problem. The problem was your barometer of what you would you would hit or not hit. Remember that one? That was the hit or not hit barometer that you had. That was kind of like,
Yeah, you're right.
It's a debate. That is a huge debate. And I'm in your camp. I'm actually one of those few people. It sounds like Brian is like, we think werewolves are sexier than vampires, and we're sticking with it. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if I'll say they're sexier, but I prefer werewolf than vampires.
Like,
big time.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's because what the werewolf represents to me is correlates better with sex than vampires. Vampires they drain their parasites. They're like leeches with shoes. But like a werewolf is like your raw animal side
unleashed. Seething sexuality. Yeah.
I don't know, Drew. I might be biased. I prefer demonic women. I don't know why.
Oh, like succubi?
No, like Demona.
Under her black wings.
Yeah, Demona's a little self.
Well,
Demona's kind of hot.
Because they're very as far as men werewolves go, they're very sexy because they're built, they're hairy, and vampires are always pale, weak. So it's just not very manly to be a vampire, in my opinion.
I agree.
It's true. I know they made Metro stuff popular with women for a little while, but I don't think like the appreciation for like the dude, I don't think that went out fully.
So let's watch a preview for the most recent let's see, hopefully this is
Hells yeah.
Awesome.
Hold on, before I do that, make sure I collect the sound. I know I might have. Make sure I can share the audio.
Well, we know it's MPAA approved, so that's the important part.
Yeah.
All right, so let's watch the trailer real fast.
Hell yeah.
It's hard to handle the rigorous social norms within your own family.
Look, it's not my fault if I have a life outside of
I
it.
don't care. Go out and hang out with your damn friends.
Don't yell at me!
Depending on where I go for my graduates can definitely give me a way out. That may be your best bet.
You need to quit listening to your teacher. She's filling your head with nonsense.
I appreciate it, but
I don't owe you anything. This is my life.
tell me about that night. Katie, traumatic events can provoke the imagination.
I agree with you. From all those incompetent people, the leeches you call your family, your friends. What are you?
Oh. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, so that's
Werewolf.
the werewolf joint, huh? See, there's an overabundance of zombie movies right now, and not nearly enough werewolf movies.
They're starting to make more. I noticed.
Well, the
But
problem
we're
with the
still
werewolf
working our
movie-
way up.
The
Yeah.
problem with a werewolf movie is that CGI effects on a werewolf look hella fake and cheesy, and practical effects on a werewolf are very expensive to make look decent. So
Right.
The
So what
last,
you do is you design around it, and you design the werewolves to be a little more like sexy and less like fur everywhere. Like,
well,
give them a
the
little
la-
more flesh.
the last
What's
good
wrong with
werewolf
fur everywhere?
movie, the last good werewolf
Nothing.
movie, the last good werewolf movie, in my opinion, it was
Armenian.
Wolves, which
Okay.
which came out like I think maybe a
Wolves.
couple of years ago. It's got Jason Momoa in it,
Yeah.
and it's directed by David Hayter, who is also known as like the voice of Solid Snake, like in the Metal Gear games.
Oh my
And
God.
the makeup in that is astounding.
That's
And it's all practical effects, and these aren't like the Wile E. Coyote howling style werewolves. These are like wolfmen, you know,
Right.
the pug werewolves as I call them.
Pug wolves.
D-
Oh.
yeah,
Pug werewolves?
yeah, definitely check that out. I recommend if you're a werewolf fiend,
Mm.
Wolves, check it out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying you'll enjoy it.
It'll be fun. Okay, I'm
Yes.
gonna check it out. I'll definitely
Yeah.
check it out. I was curious. The trailer did kind of get me a little. I was like, all right, this looks pretty good. But yeah, man, that it looks like what's cool about that movie in some other movies, I would say like The Void, is that they show that we are in this period in film and horror where there's a kind of a return to practical effects that is very like well done and
Yes.
well crafted again. Like I feel like guys like us, Brian, and and Drew and Sim, like we're all getting into film and the arts, and like you're seeing our fingerprint of like a love for the 80s and the all the practical stuff they did that was well done back then. Well, not all,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You see a lot of people doing John Carpenter right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah.
it's an art that got developed by the fact of that they needed to hide, like practical effects, right? You needed to trick the camera. That's where the Dutch angle comes from. All those little tricks that they had to learn, to get around the fact that they couldn't show you the full figure or they couldn't show you the full action. Sometimes it came out cheesy, like it would be a cheesy cut. But some of them, dude, it developed its own style of filming.
Did she fall off again? Yeah,
Yep,
she did.
yeah.
I looked away as she fell off.
We're sure,
Yeah,
we're sure she'll come back.
she's suffering from a weak
Bad connection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, she wanted to have a decent location, you know what I mean? So she wasn't like she's
That's
at
what-
her phone at poolside,
That's why she was maxing. That's why she was maxing and relaxing in the pool. Got it. She didn't just happen.
Dreaming about Harry.
No, she was. In all reality, that was her plan for the day anyway. She just wanted to maximize it. So
Okay, that works. That's
Right.
all good. That's all good.
And that's awesome, man, to get like the word from a real deal actress who has played a werewolf. Like, what's sexier? Vampires or werewolves? It's like she gets it. She gets it. That's cool.
The
Dozens of us. Dozens. There's like
I don't know if you've
most
seen
people
that.
disagree, man.
I don't know if you've seen it, Von Klaus. I don't know if you've seen it, Simon or Drew. There's a great classic werewolf movie. It's by Neil Jordan, who's probably most famous for Interview with the Vampire and The Crying Game. It's called The Company of Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you,
And
Crying Game's a horror movie for sure. Let me tell you, man.
well, that was another movie like that and The Sixth Sense. That and The Sixth Sense, people were like, "There's this big surprise," and then at the movie ended. I'm watching the credits. I was like, "Where was the surprise?"
I saw it. Did you guys go see Where so far? W-A-R.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yep.
What is that? Is that a film?
It's an indie film, and it's great. It's a different type of it really treats on the the actual sickness of somebody that's deformed.
Oh, porphyria.
Yeah, and the werewolf thing, and it's really good. Like I was surprised. Like it's a indie movie type of interesting. Like the filming way, it's interesting, and the story is different from what you're using in Werewolves. And I'm telling you, I was surprised when I watched it. It's called Where.
That sounds cool. So that's clever, dude. Because to me, that's how you make a werewolf movie more interesting. You can't just have a werewolf in just a horrific setting. Like you have to do something with that kind of is metaphoric and coincides with the werewolf that like will make people it kind of stands out.
Oh,
like they did in Ginger Snaps,
something real.
Yeah.
Like exactly. Ginger Snaps equated werewolfism with a teenage girl going through puberty and getting her period and getting into the moon cycles and all this crazy shit. Like that was brilliant. That was a brilliant use of a feminine
There's
concept.
a lot of that. There's a lot of that in The Company of Wolves too.
Yeah. But I came up with an idea for a werewolf movie today.
Share.
Yeah, what's that? Share. Share what you can share.
Okay, this is like brand new. It's like a raw sushi of an idea. All right. So I had this idea from all the work I do, from all the animal sanctuaries and the zoos and stuff that I film for. Okay, and like,
oh man,
what if
Sparkle?
There we go.
Hey, Sparkle.
We got a solid connection now.
So I'm sorry. Whenever I want to have a good backdrop, I guess it comes at the cost of having good internet. And I'm in a neighborhood and not like out and about, so I got the headphones on. So now I'm a bona fide nerd. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Von Klaus was just sharing his concept for a horror screenplay or a horror comic. Were you thinking?
Oh, I would love to do it as a comic, but I just have to get the story down before I can know if I want to commit to like a huge new. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. You have to.
I've got a lot of projects floating around, but like as a movie script, I think it might be kind of cool, actually. Yeah, so, a rundown nature reserve. Like we're talking like, Tiger King maybe, or like Fallen Tiger King. Nasty rednecks run it, middle of nowhere. They get in a shipment of like beaten up, weird, like don't ask where they came from wolves. Oh. The next day, all the wolves inside the container are slaughtered, like torn to shreds. But there's like one wolf that was left, but it's a naked dude. Like it's a werewolf, dude. So they have a werewolf captured. And they're like, we could turn them into Discovery Channel and like be a footnote in history, and nobody's going to give a damn or whatever. And the government's going to cut them up. You know what I mean? And then they were like, or we could take him to the animal fights that we do as a wolf, dude. And we could have a freaking werewolf chewing up
in a dog
competition. Fight? Yeah.
Well, that's genius, man.
But it's like illegal as F. So like people bring tigers and lions and bears and shit to it, and like the werewolf takes them all on and like wins against like huge badass animals. But the werewolf, is a werewolf anyway. And then so this girl who works at the nature reserve, who's like their intern, like younger, works for free. She, she loves animals. She doesn't relate to people well. She ends up meeting him. They strike up a little, and then she ends up getting turned into a werewolf. They fucking fight to escape, and then from there you tell your story, like whatever. I don't know. That's something that just came to me today.
I would do it.
That sounds
there we go.
I would develop. Here's the thing, though. There are too many werewolf comics right now. I have a werewolf comic I want to do too, called Southpaw, but there's too many werewolf comics, so that's not going to be the next.
There wasn't enough werewolf movies, but there's too many comics.
It's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
Okay.
Like I could probably name like 5 right off the cuff that are just recently done. Yeah.
I think you should have a salad eating werewolf that has kebab and dressing.
A vegetarian werewolf? Yeah, why not?
Why not?
That would be hilarious.
Mine's not about werewolf, but there's werewolf in it, and I'm sure, and Vaughn's too, I think, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
think about that
Oh,
scene
yes.
in the movie.
Oh yes.
So you think you're gonna get attacked? You have like me as a werewolf, whatever, and I look at you like I'm gonna like eat you, and then you have a salad right behind you, and then I go for the salad. That's
Ooh, is that kale?
hey, this is how we do werewolves in the 21st century, like salad eating werewolves.
Yeah, there's a really, really great, very like interesting, funny book called The Werewolf's Guide to Life, and it's written as like a fake manual to being a werewolf. Like when you get bit by a werewolf and you don't realize it, you think you got like mauled by a dog or something. The guy who bit you or the woman who bit you comes by and just like sticks this in your mailbox or leaves it at your front door, and it starts out like, "Hey man, sorry, but you've been bitten by a werewolf, and well, here's how to deal with this." And it's
kind of like
it's really good.
Like the Afterlife Guide in Beetlejuice.
Yes, yeah. Or the Vampire's Guide to Life is like the companion piece.
I gotcha. Yeah. So while we have a moment here, this is availfilms.com is where you can find Avail TV Strange Files. And we're gonna roll the promo real fast, so you guys can get a little.
That's me, in case you guys didn't know.
we guessed, darling. We guessed.
If it'll play.
Shameless promo. Let's do it.
Hell yes.
We're waiting on the website to kick
Until
in.
then, you're just gonna be there smirking at us or whatever, right?
There we go.
Doing that
There it
trademark smirk.
Well, I'll try to get
Look at
a
that.
trademark smirk. Let me try to get.
All
I
right.
have a unicorn now.
Cool. Is this an anthology series?
Yes, it is.
Right. And right now we're just doing season 1. So every episode, I host the beginning and the end, intro, outro, and then in the middle is a short film. Most of them are very low budgety. And that's pretty much what the show is all about.
So you're like the Crypt Keeper, but hotter.
I'm like the Elvira.
Right.
I am Martina and Elvira that sometimes turns into a werewolf. This is just the first season, but I have so many cool ideas if we get a season 2 of things that we can do. Because this is like a coronavirus infused. Let's put this out here and see what happens. And we're getting some good response and some fanfare. So we're like, season 2 will be kick-ass.
Excellent.
Yeah, you guys. She hosts she's in a few of them as well. So.
I mean, this is just the best salad dressing commercial right now.
I know this is totally a salad dressing commercial right here.
Now, Vaughn.
Time. I'm trying to
Now, if only you were done up in werewolf makeup.
Oh yeah, werewolf love salad. 21st century werewolf love salad and tight, skinny jeans.
Yeah, man.
I don't know why I'm talking like a caveman.
I will send it to each of you.
Oh, heck yeah, I'm down for that. Because now,
vote for me, right?
Yeah.
For Miss Health and Fitness, am I proving I'm healthy?
Most definitely.
I see evidence.
Evidence of healthy. Yes, there's clear evidence of healthy.
Kebab Land is extra healthy. Everyone knows Kebab Land is the healthiest.
Oh, especially the shawarma.
Is that your favorite kind? Is that the best? Is that as good as it gets? Kebab Land?
Have you ever been to a kebab joint, dude?
Yeah. I love kebab.
Yeah, it's super tasty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sparkle.
Maybe that's the best. Maybe I need to check that out.
So you guys are hilarious. All right, so in this right here is one of the movies that Sparkle is in. It's a short film. It's called Ring Toss.
Cool.
Sparkle, do you want to say anything about this? We're going to show probably your scene from this because obviously after showing the trailer. So anything you want to say?
Being a personal trainer came in handy in my role for this. That's what I'll say.
That's a pretty good tease.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
All right, so
A lot of flexing.
So let me find the trailer for it first, so we can play that first, so we can see the trailer for it before I play this. Let's see here. I gotta switch the screen.
Brian Harper film. Brian Harper. Do you guys want to see a movie poster with your name on it someday like that?
Oh God, who wouldn't, man? Who wouldn't?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm scared.
Well, the thing that sucks is the movie posters these days are just hideous.
Yeah. What we need to make them artful again. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The thing is, you got to have the successful film to make the poster like be memorable. Otherwise, it's just a poster, you know.
I know some movies that have an amazing poster of the film.
Just
Yeah.
I think there's Trusen posters. Like, you know, remember the classic one, the painted ones?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now it's all
Photoshop.
Back.
So let's roll this trailer for Ring Toss real fast.
All right.
Rock and roll.
You look like a lucky couple that wants to play some ring toss. How about it? Everybody's a winner with me. You got to go in there now. You got the ring toss game right here with me.
Oh yes, carnies.
Yeah,
So if I watch this film, I'll tell you a little teaser about like doing this. So there's like this scene where I'm talking to the cops. You can't hear what I'm saying because I had just found a couple dead bodies. And so me and this guy the whole time we're talking. And for those just tuning in, I was out on a unicorn. It wasn't good quality of pitch, and that's why I'm inside in a bikini eating vegetables. In case, that sounded even weirder coming out of my mouth.
Makes sense to me.
I'm talking to the cop, played by the director's dad. He doesn't say anything. So we're having this side conversation in the back, and we can say whatever we want. It's supposed to be like, oh my gosh, all this body is traumatized. Like, this is what's going on the whole time. I'm saying, necrophilia. Can you imagine? We got to get those bodies before like somebody comes into some necrophilia stuff. And so it was like really funny, and like he's not laughing because I'm trying to mess with him to make him laugh, and I'm gonna make him laugh. And then the moment the camera stops, he's like, and it was just crazy. So know that when you watch that, you see us talking in the back, we're talking about necrophilia.
Talking about
That's
necrophilia. Awesome. All right, so we almost.
I have a bad sense of humor, guys. I'm so sorry.
Here we go.
No, that's okay. I'm a big Slayer fan, and every Slayer
You have to
record.
have comedy when you're doing a horror film. You have to have something comedic, or else it's just very dark.
I'm a big Slayer fan, and each Slayer record has at least 6 songs about necrophilia on them, so I'm good.
Well, that's what came to my mind. I'm like, we got to get these dead bodies off necrophilia. You never.
Wait, did I?
I'm sorry, Drew. It's just not this kind of show. I'm so inappropriate.
No, it's totally this kind of show, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
it is.
I'm not inappropriate enough.
Yeah.
There's no inappropriate for this show.
There really isn't.
We've pretty much crossed every line. It's already. So
I'm proud of it. Damn it.
Yeah, we talked about. because we kind of talked about bestiality, werewolf. I mean.
Oh yeah.
It just comes with the territory. The hairy territory.
Here's her scene.
Okay, cool.
If it'll play.
911, what's your emergency?
There's 2 people on the. Oh my God! There's blood everywhere.
Yep, that's what we're talking about. Necrophilia. That's it right there.
Oh shit.
So that seems like a sad ending, but it's actually a horror movie. So
Well, horror movies are very
I thought I
sad.
like it was gonna get better. I'm like, it is kind of a sad.
Horror movies are very sad. At least a lot of them are very sad.
It's not a feel-good movie, kids.
Yeah, horror is supposed to mess with you and make you experience negative feelings in a safe way.
now there's another movie that at least I'm going to show at least part of the trailer, if not the whole trailer for. And I didn't warn her about this, so we're going to get her feedback first. You want to
Make sure you get her permission first.
You want to tell us about your experience in Firefighter?
Drew, you are so lucky I'm not with you right now. And
I won't play it if you don't want me to. I won't play it if you don't want me to. I mean, it is on YouTube.
Yeah, no, this is great. Let's play. This is my Oscar-winning performance, guys. Just warning you.
Hell
Don't be blown
yeah.
away by my amazing moment.
Should I play the whole trailer or just your part of it?
I do whatever you want to. This is good. Go Chris Mackey. Maybe he'll watch. Yeah, go Chris Mackey. Yay. Wacky Mackey.
Yeah, either way, she's gonna gut punch you or something like that next time you see her.
I'm not sure. My real life, I'm not sure if it's a comedy or a horror movie.
Well, maybe you'll let Drew off light with like a noogie or something.
Oh,
or purple Nurple.
We give each other shit all the time, so you know what I mean. I'll
Drew, do whatever you want.
That's
Just
what friends are
remember,
for.
Payback and karma.
There's always payback.
Isn't there like at least one point of the show, every show, where Sim tells me like "fuck you, Vaughn"? Like every show. That's like one of my favorite moments.
What? Yeah.
It's like I'm just waiting for that.
Fuck you, Vaughn. That's not true.
We exactly.
Oh,
we got Dom in the chat. He wants us to put. Dom wants us to play the whole trailer, so
Dominic,
we aim to please.
Huh? Yeah, he's in the chat.
Dominic
right now.
Sinclair.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, let's do the whole. Let's just do it. Like this has already gotten funny. I need more vodka in this. I mean, this isn't vodka. This is
Speaking of vodka, I just want to say yo to Drunk Ed in the chat. Slipstick. Let's see if there's anything else that we
Angela.
missed. Angela, what's up? Thanks for tuning in, folks. You are appreciated.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thanks for showing up.
Let's get this over with, Drew. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid. Come on, let's down with it.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
Don't look down.
Firefighter.
Don't look over your Don't look over your shoulder.
What? What?
Your shoulder. Don't look down.
Shut up.
Something there. Don't look down without saying a prayer. Don't look over your shoulder. Don't look over your shoulder. Don't look over your shoulder. Don't look over your shoulder.
Wait a minute.
I'm a winner back.
No, you're not. You had your chance.
I'm a winner.
No.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Let's go.
It's not too hot. Oh my gosh. Hi, Dad.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Hey guys.
Because you're a rich son of a bitch who drives a red truck.
over your shoulder. Don't look over your shoulder. Don't look over your shoulder. Don't look down. There might be something there. Don't look down without saying a prayer. Don't look over your shoulder. 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 Don't look down. There might be something there. Don't look down without saying a prayer. Don't look over your shoulder. Don't.
This ain't no lip or Uber, motherfucker.
Carlos Santana is in this movie.
Oh, Carlos Santana. A little bit. I see a little cheech there too, though.
What the? Oh, okay, it's over. Whew.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell if this was like a new scene or what. Dude, film is so interesting because even if it's like very like shoestring budget, there's like production quality because of our tech now. You know, it's really interesting to see those things collide in such ways.
Dude, pro-am cameras are like $4,000
after that.
Yeah, you can do
I
pro
need to get
movies.
triple the votes after that.
Hell yeah. Seriously, people, get busy.
Triple down, everybody.
Yeah, and you have one of those camera that film in RAW, you can pretty much do all the alteration after. You don't even need to really bother about lighting and everything. You can adjust everything.
Yep. And cameras, were never like the really expensive thing. I mean, they could be expensive, but the thing that was really pricey was the fucking film. And now that everything's digital, all you need is hard drive space.
Right.
So it's like all this technology that used to be very exclusive is now available, and it just makes it that much easier for people to do things and express themselves and throw their hat in the ring.
Yeah.
That can only ever be a good thing.
Better be voting for me right now.
Seriously, guys. Bust a move, or you're never going to stop hearing shit from us.
I'm gonna hear it for a while. I guarantee it.
and Misery loves company, so you got to take it out on the chat too.
Oh no! Wait until next time I'm on her show. She's gonna get me. She's gonna find some way to embarrass me, and it'll happen.
The things I will do is a Captain Love cardboard.
Oh man!
And a unicorn with a Captain Love and unicorn together.
Yeah, so you guys, there's a free daily vote here that you guys can do, and there's also the warrior vote if you want to give her an extra boost.
So it's like the Maxim thing.
It goes to Wounded Warrior, so that's a really good cause. So if you do pay for me, I'm worth it. It helps.
Yeah,
warriors
purchasing votes benefits the homes for Wounded Warrior Foundation. So feel free to spend a whole lot of money on votes.
Yeah, that's definitely a good cause.
You're first in your group. Hit that group button. I want to see what's up. Let's see who she's up against. That's part of the fun of this. Oh my!
I haven't even looked.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I'm curious.
Things are about to get real interesting. You got some girls that are like, yeah, man, I've got a bod, but like they kind of don't.
Yeah.
Then you got the ones that overdo it and are like, the gym is all I know.
Yeah.
I've never even checked out the competition. That's like something I do. I try to avoid like seeing the end. But thank you for now. I know.
Sorry.
Everybody better but double.
Thinking about them.
I swear.
I want to see mine. I want to see who I'm up against.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That way I could talk shit, They don't got to know about it.
Yeah, then you can start doing like some Muhammad Ali, like psychological warfare.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
This girl's name is Sophie, spelled Sofee, like so there's a fee and beer.
Yes, there is with that one.
Yeah. Now we have to be mean. Now we have to be mean to all these other people. We have to make fun of their names.
See, I can't make fun of people's names. It's just I'm an easy target,
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's first.
Are we gonna play that game, Mary Kill Shag, with this, or I hope not.
Actually, let's let you. Hold on. That is a great. Now, but we're going to use horror tropes to play the game. So, marry, kill, fuck, right? But you got the werewolf, the Wolfman. You got Dracula, and you got what? The Mummy.
No, well, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Okay, so
that's
Frankenstein's
the unholy trinity.
Yeah, Frankenstein's
I've always
monster.
had a thing for mummies.
Mummies are cool. I like mummies too. The Gill Man. The Gill Man, huge creature from the Black Lagoon fan, but the unholy trinity: Frankenstein monster, Dracula, Wolfman.
All right, so
I heard they were changing it to a creature from the African American lagoon.
The gender fluid lagoon.
Yeah. Gross.
I want to do that. I want to be a gender fluid lagoon.
Yeah.
So, casting in that.
Gender fluid lagoon.
Just keep that gender fluid off of me.
Oh my god! So I had this guy come on my show one time. He was the water boy, the water man. Like he goes into people's houses and he talks about the quality of their water, like whether it's good or bad, like the wells in their neighborhoods and all that stuff. Because he said we're drinking bad water. He said there's a lot of sex hormones in our water. And every time he said sex hormones, someone was looking like, there's sex hormones in our water. And then everyone's like, what is a sex hormone in your water? I'm like, I don't even know. I was just like, sex hormone in the water. Like, so that's like a real thing. So we could make a whole movie off something that's real.
Yeah, it's psych meds too. Because that stuff comes out in our urine and then ends up back in the water supply.
Oh, then you can like re-get high.
Yeah, you could do like a David Cronenberg kind of a thing with it.
You could do sex zombies. You know, it's STDs that transfers the zombie thing. So it's not like you get bit or scratched. You have to like actually, you know, have sex with the zombie.
That would be like David Cronenberg's first movie, Shivers.
That doesn't sound any fun. Who would want to have sex with a zombie?
Where the hell is this
Is
show
there
going?
anything in bed like they are? That's like really lame.
Simon, you want to know where it's going? Where it always goes, right in the gutter. Where we like it.
A few years back, I got hired by this horror book company called Permuted Press to draw for their books, for their anthologies, and I had to draw zombies fucking for one of the books. Like, it was the best scene in the book. It was the best scene. It was like the intro for this like weird like leader zombie who was like a king and like more intelligent, you know, and he was like all dried out but like regal and royal and whatever, and he was like banging this like fresh, hot, sexy zombie, and the scene went on far too long. Like the author was just getting way too into his zombie. But it was the creepiest. It was creepy, and I like it. It's not like you see like penetration or anything. It's right. It's done with like the sheets just so, and the body parts falling off just so that you don't see like a titty flopping out, you know. But the shadows also helped cover a lot. But yeah, it came out pretty cool, man. The author actually like found me because I just worked for Permuted. The author found me to thank me for it and stuff. And
that's cool.
It was like the first time I'd ever been published that when I could walk into a Barnes and Noble and like pick up something I did, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. You know?
That is awesome.
That is
awesome.
pretty cool. When you talk about zombies having sex and body parts falling off, I'm like thinking, you know, like he's done and he gets up and she's like still going at it with like what he lost.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's the Book of the Dead, which was an anthology of zombie stories and zombie stories set like in the George Romero universe, right? And this is like way before. This is like 20 years before zombies became mainstream. So like all the authors were like splatterpunk authors. You know what I mean? It was like Dora Lansdale, Skip Inspector, all of those cats, right?
Yeah.
And one of the last story in that was called Eat Me. And it was about two like zombies, zombie boy meets zombie girl, and they end up doing things together and end up gnawing on each other too. It's a really gross story that has like actually kind of a poetic ending. I recommend it, people. Definitely check that out. Book of the Dead. You can probably find that on Amazon for like $2.
So to give Avail TV another little plug for her show here, we're going to show just a little clip of her
and then George A. Romero. Remember, I did the George A. Romero show on his son's show.
Yeah, you were you were a guest on George Romero's son, George
Right.
Romero, on his podcast. Or
Well, you guys brought it up.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know
Yeah,
that.
like it.
I know that like evidently a lot of his like old films, like stuff that was never even released, is like starting to emerge. And I think
really?
it's like his ex-wife Christine Romero, she's evidently going through like all these like vaults and finding all of this stuff. There's an entire George Romero movie that nobody's ever seen that's going to be released. And I keep hoping there's supposedly a 3-hour version of Martin out there somewhere that has yet to be discovered.
Oh, that's insane! That movie,
Right?
that movie's killer, man.
Right?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna mess up. Honestly, if people die and they don't want their stuff being made, and it's a secret, I don't know. What if he doesn't want it being made?
Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know. But then it can
Yeah.
be brilliant. Like when Stephen King did Carrie, like he threw it away. He thought it was so bad, and then his wife got it in the trash and said, "You've got to make this movie." It could be
Yeah,
like that.
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, I look at Romero from like his history with being a creator who is stifled a lot and like had a lot of he's like one of those like dug his way through the trenches directors who's like
King of the Indies.
yeah, and I really respect him, and I feel like because he was such a visionary, because he put so much into his work, that he might enjoy at least a version of Martin that was a 3-hour version getting out, like so that people
he was looking for it. He was looking for it.
And he was always a guy trying to make it happen, right?
Oh yeah. And you know, I mean, Dawn of the Dead could never be long enough for me. So I'm hoping that they find like more footage and like that can be turned into like a 6 or 7 hour movie. Although the director's cut of that is actually the shortest version. Because there's the European cut, the Dario Argento cut, the American theatrical cut, and then there's the Cannes Film Festival cut, and then there is the extended mall hours cut, which is the longest cut of them all of the cuts of Dawn of the Dead, because it takes all the footage because each movie has different footage in it, and just puts that all together, like, you know, bonus headshots and that sort of a thing. And that's one movie that could never be long enough for me.
Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, the original Dawn of the Dead.
That's a good one.
So
that's my shit. That's my jam.
Yeah, he loves those. So let's get to that game, the murder, fuck, kill. Murder, fuck, kill. Your 3 choices are Wolfman, Dracula, and Frankenstein's monster. And everybody's got to answer.
3 guys on the screen. I'm sorry.
It's not murder, fuck, kill. It's Mary, right? Isn't it Mary, fuck, kill?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. It's Mary, fuck, kill.
Right,
Mary,
to
fuck,
kill
murder.
people, Drew.
There, I'm
that?
thinking about.
Can we think about
trying to kill everyone, Drew? Always trying to kill us all, Drew.
I'd have to think of like female versions of those characters, right? Since I'm like a straight dude. Now, oh man, a really hot
But I did
werewolf
have an
chick.
answer for the 3
Yeah,
guys on the screen if you guys were curious.
like a Frankenstein monster chick. I'm not so sure. It would it depend on, like, I mean, if it's the Bride of Frankenstein, she was fly. Okay, so you know, Elsa Lanchester.
Yeah, it's got to be like she's got to be like flat top and bolts, man. It's got to be.
Oh man. See, it was also Lanchester. Elsa Lanchester was fly. But yeah, no, if it's
totally marry Frankenstein. Frankenstein's like awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
You could just tell, you know, in every way. I mean, you could tell that he could handle his business.
Yeah. It'd be like Herman Munster, you know, and people fuck with you, could pull their arms off, that kind of a thing. Except poor Herman Munster, man, he was married to that bitch Lily.
Guys, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
She was
I like
mean to
Frank
him,
a
man.
lot. I like Frankenstein a lot, but I don't think the guy totally handles his business. I mean, did you see how he handled children? I mean, come on.
Literally handled children.
Well, is it the Boris Karloff version, or is it Mary Shelley's monster? You know, that's the thing. That's the beauty of that character. He's been reinterpreted in so many ways by so many different artists. I can't wait to see what Preston Acevedo does with the monster and Doc Salem. I know he's got some plans for him.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah. So I'd be like, but yeah, no, and then like a really hot werewolf chick. Do you remember the really hot werewolf chick that was in The Howling? How smoking hot she was, like the Native American chick.
Oh,
yeah, man. So yeah, it would all, and also it would depend on their personalities naturally.
Oh yeah, he's going with personalities now.
Seriously, what are you gonna do when you're not
This-
fucking? You're gonna have to listen. You're gonna couples spend most of their time sitting, eating together, right? So if if you can't talk to the person,
quarantine with them for like a month, who would you want to be quarantined?
Quarantine.
werewolf chick might go crazy and eat me.
They all.
But the sex would be great, dude. You'd have the best.
Not
sex
the fun
of your
way.
life.
I know, man.
She'd claw you up and give you her furry STD, man. Furry herpes. The furps. You get the furps.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be quarantined with a zombie. Again, I don't think zombies are that exciting. I mean, if you look at their personalities or in the sack, either way, they just seem like they're going to be super lame. What's the
house would stink. That'd be a stinky house.
Well, zombies,
but at least the zombie won't talk your ear off. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
That's true.
Redeeming qualities. If you guys can tell me what the redeeming quality is of a zombie, I mean, I'm all ears. I've always wanted to know this.
Yeah, they're at the bottom of like the class system, right? You have vampires at the top. They're the nobility. They drink blood. They live forever.
Exactly.
Then werewolves are working class, right? Kind of guys, lumberjacks and shit, and factory workers. And then you've got like zombies that are in the bottom rung, and they're pretty much like transients.
I love that, Brian. You actually said it really well. Exactly. So why would anybody want to be with a zombie?
we got metal in the we got metal in the chat. Hail metal, good to see you.
Hail metal.
Yeah. And then Adam Lawson's visiting us here. Adam,
what up, Adam?
What's up? Good filmmaker.
Can we do
good
a miracle
horror
shag
fan.
with these guys?
Good to have you here, brother.
With our chat room?
Actually, we're talking about zombie sex.
I have it in my head, but I'll just keep that.
She wants to do Mary kill fuck from the chat.
Okay, that works.
All right, go ahead. Who do you pick?
I'd marry Brian. I'd kill Sim. I'd fuck Drew.
I can't see them, so I mean, I don't know. I feel bad as you talking earlier, and I couldn't.
Thanks, Ron.
Sim, are you wearing a shirt? Are you wearing a shirt or not?
Nope.
Manly.
Oh,
now
it's a real
he has
man.
a sexy voice. Hey, Sim, talk to me.
Everybody's naked on this stream. Just.
How's it going, Sparkles?
And he also has
a good voice, except he pluralized my name. I hate when people do that.
Yeah, I'm French. It's automatic. I'm French.
Yep. I was gonna say he's got
French Canadian.
He's got the sexy French accent.
Oh.
Hey, French people are
Comment ça va, Sparkle?
What?
What?
Ça va, ça va.
Come again? I'm sorry, Sparkle. What did you just say?
I just asked her how she
Come
was.
on, Jelly.
Oh, okay. I know a lot of German, teeny bit of Italian, teeny bit of Spanish, teeny bit of Japanese, and like no French, because the French don't make horror movies. If the French made more horror movies, I would be like a much better French speaker.
Maybe.
Now,
French
made the
Armenian,
first.
Brian.
They made the.
Are you good with your Armenian and movies?
Armenian
I've never
movies?
seen it. I've never seen an Armenian horror movie. I've seen.
Okay.
Yes.
Being around an Armenian is a horror movie. Let me just.
Oh, okay.
Being around an Armenian.
Oh,
with the horror movie
Christy Canyon is Armenian. Okay, I'd hang around her all day. It would not be a problem.
I don't know, man. I like some French horror. I like Martyrs, and I like them, and I like.
That's good.
I like what was the other ones that was like badass? They did
Les
some.
Sans Visage is the classic French horror movie. Then there's a bunch of genre Lynn movies. Living Dead Girl, Requiem for a Vampire, Lips of Blood.
Is Cemetery Man French?
Italian.
Okay.
Yes.
What's another
So you guys want to know something cool I did back in the day?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Stanley Kubrick, we did every single Stanley Kubrick movie in burlesque form. Swear to God, we did this in Hollywood, West Hollywood.
That's a cool idea.
It is.
It was pretty cool. These girls are really, the choreographers are really cool. I mean, they're part of the dance group, and it was the first time I ever did that. And yeah,
That's
I can find
awesome.
that video. I wish I had that video. That was like 10 years ago, before we had cell phone videos.
That kicks ass.
That would be hilarious, though.
Most definitely.
It'd be like
I
that'd
did
be like
Clockwork
really
Orange. That was my big thing. I had a little cane and a little like, yeah. It was really
Well,
cool.
remember
Droogs.
wasn't there a case where I think there was a town or maybe a state where they banned strip clubs, and so what they did was the strippers would go out and they would perform Shakespeare, topless or in the nude, depending, and that way they could legally do it because they could defend it as art.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well played. I mean, I support the arts.
Most definitely.
Like,
I support strippers.
They knew what they were
so that's
doing.
great.
Yeah, well, America has a
support
has a
Shakespeare.
problem with the human body and sex in general. We're worse
Yeah.
than the English. We're more uptight
I'm
than the
okay.
English.
I'm okay with it.
Me too. I was raised by really
Okay with it.
I think conservatives need to get more chill with it and enjoy the arts and enjoy beauty a little more. Enjoy perfection, enjoy femininity. Like it needs to be okay again. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but it also needs to be okay on the left too. And I'm a huge lefty, dyed on the wool lefty, and and most of the censorship is coming from the left these days. You've got these SJW Puritans, like, oh my God, they see like an idealized female figure in a comic book, and they want to like literally like crucify that person.
Oh yeah, everything means something bad. So it's like if people are just too sensitive, it's getting so annoying.
Yeah, well, they don't know the difference between sexist and sexy.
No, the thing is they cannot be that sexy, so they don't understand that there's difference for different people. Like, not everybody has the same body type.
No, let's be real.
Not everybody's
Because
attracted. Yeah.
This is what it comes down to, right? You have girls who know they're not attractive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want anybody to appreciate girls that are. So
Exactly.
they try to take it away so that you don't know it, so that you know what I mean? They want to take it away from you.
I even think it runs even deeper, but even though what you said is totally spot on, it's the idea that like we could shame people culturally until they change the culture and stop liking beautiful things and just start liking the ugly. You know, it's like bringing us down a few notches. I guess they want us to forget what we're attracted to, which is never going to happen. Like you could ban us men from like looking at boobies, and we would do like an under boob railroad where we would be like drawing them on
exactly
and like sneaking them to each other. Like we would see boobies. We would make it happen. We would find a way.
Yes.
We would
and
make it
how do you how do you verify that?
You'd make the Wilson ball, put some boobies on the Wilson.
Yes, seriously. But like, these are people that don't understand how the male heterosexual mind works. You know,
Tom Hanks is missing a few.
Just think about children, boys when they're children. You know what I mean? Without any guidance at all, they find their way to the boobies.
Oh, Linda Carter, man. That's when I knew that I liked girls a lot, was watching Wonder Woman.
That's unfair.
So are you saying that
babies
because
find their way to the boobies?
So are you saying that men regress when we see boobies?
Yeah.
That's where I was going.
Everybody finds their way to the boobies.
Yes.
Or else we'd all die, or at least half of us would die.
Everybody likes boobies. Everybody, including women. So
we were
that's the thing.
born
Women
to
like to look
movie.
at naked women. So
I would beg to say that we definitely were born to like boobies.
Yeah, definitely.
Nature's bullseye. I know.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard wiring.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't turn it off. You can't shame it out of us. You can't, you know.
No, it's
We
not.
got some more female here. It says we're getting on this fast. And I will tell you that us females, it's like, it's cool. We appreciate what you guys like. But we already know, because it's been wired in our head what you guys like. And the problem with men these days is they don't care about what we like. There's always like, I like this, I like that. I'm like, Honestly, you'll still go for anything because you're a man. If they're hot, if a girl's hot, that's
Dude.
a bonus for you.
I will counter that with, how do you explain the man bun? Because there's no way we would wear our hair like that unless we thought it was going to be what girls liked. Like,
Yep.
I think a lot of men, even though it doesn't seem like it, because we do try to hide it. Trust me, we try to play it cool. We're full of shit. But like, we would wear a bag of flaming dog shit on our heads if we thought like it would make you like us more for like a day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, okay, guys are
That's the truth right there.
Guys are sporting the lumberjack look and thinking every girl likes the lumberjack look.
Oh shit!
I second that.
Yeah, it's true. That look did get co-opted by like kind of this, because I lived in Chicago for 10 years. That guy is everywhere. That's like that's the guy that's dating every girl like there. He's this like weird little effeminate lumberjack guy who's like,
what happened is there were slim pickings. What happened is women were trying to make their husbands feel better. So they were like, oh my God, a dad bod. That's so cute. Nobody ever says, hey, that girl has a mom bod. That's so hot. So what we were doing is we were making our men feel better. And somehow, because we were trying to give them a little bit of confidence, they took it way overboard and they think that's what we want. That's not what we want. We're just trying to make our husbands feel better.
I could
say collectively.
I could see that because I've seen a lot of push of like, that dad bod's so hot. And you're just going, no, dude, stop. Don't give him too much confidence. Keep him nice and low like usual for men. Just down low.
Well, you know where that comes from.
Levels.
Yep. You know where that comes from, like the hipster beard and like that, and like the lumberjack look and everything. Masculinity is considered toxic now, so it's the one way that they can display a masculine trait that isn't toxic. It's the beard.
That's a good point, Brian.
I have a beard because I just look. I have a baby face. You know what I mean? It's like I look funny without one.
That's acceptable. The beard that's down to here is not acceptable. The Amish, I'm Amish lumberjack.
No, I always trim.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean it's not quite like the George Michael spray-on stubble. You know what I mean? But I try to keep it under control.
Yeah,
I just look like a 10-year-old without it.
Yeah, I'm just lazy about my beard. So I just hate having.
That's
to shave
legitimate. That's perfectly legitimate.
Yeah. And now you guys got to make your wives feel better. Say that the mom bod is hot. We all got to go to that level now.
Yeah, no one would believe a guy that said mom's bod was hot.
Well, the thing is, it's like the older I get, it's like the older group of women I find attractive. Do you know what I'm saying? It's
because
like
they're real women.
Because they're real women, and they're not girls.
Hot. It's hot.
Yeah. And it's even like, it's like, I mean, like a 19-year-old Puerto Rican girl's ass is going to look much better than a 50-year-old woman's ass every time. But, it's just like, gee, what are we going to talk about?
I'm up close to 40, and I can tell you, my ass is better than a lot of 20-years.
Yeah, no, I know Sparkle in real life, and her butt will kick ass on most 19-year-old girls.
An ass that kicks ass.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, because
with the quarter.
Voting, right?
What's that? What did you say, Sparkle?
You have the photos for the voting, which we can't forget to plug. So I think there's a picture of my.
Oh, did we lose Sparkle again?
Oh,
we got her back. Oh, we lost her again.
And then we lost her again. She'll be back.
Like all good horror movie creatures, she shall return.
Yeah.
Back.
Here she comes.
I'm just gonna dip out real quick for a tea refill.
Mm-hmm.
For a tea refill.
Yeah.
Yes, we drink tea on this show. You see, we're gentlemen. Anyway, let's get back to the zombie fucking.
Oh shit! So, if you have not already had an opportunity to check it out, we need to let's see here. We need to share this again. Boom, and go and give a vote for Sparkle on MsHealthandFitness.com. again, if you decide to do the Warrior Vote, all purchases are benefiting homes for the Wounded Warriors Foundation. So that's definitely a great cause. So don't feel bad about voting for money. Like, don't feel like you're being a greedy dude or anything, or you're wasting money, because every penny will go to a good cause. And Sparkle's a really cool person, and she's a good friend of mine, and she looks great. So it's not a wasted vote at all.
And yeah, helping Wounded Warriors. And if I win, money will in some way go to Captain Love or Horror Talk.
Yes, the money will go to a good cause, indefinitely. Yeah.
To homeless warriors that want comic books.
Homeless warriors that want sexy books.
Oh, that's cool. I can do it. I'll get in on that. And if she wins, she will be on the show again, and this time she will bring Thousand Island.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we definitely got to have Sparkle back. Sparkle's awesome. She's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Thousand Island.
Yeah, I can bring in Thousand Island. I thought you were going to say $1,000, but I'll settle for the Thousand Island.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going, but you know.
And can we give a shot? We'll give a gift or what do you call it? A jackal goes to Andrew Miley. This guy from Minnesota has called me twice, which is why every time you think like I'm like not there, is because Andrew Miley from Minnesota keeps calling me Jackal of the Night.
He calls you Jackal of the Night?
No, he's the Jackal of the Night because he's been calling me twice, and it's been messing this up. And anybody who knows me just know that like this is Horror Talk time. No one should
you can
watching Horror Talk.
You can always put your phone on Do Not Disturb and calls won't come in. So.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, but what if it's an emergency? Like if grandma needs CPR? I mean, there's a couple things that come before Horror Talk. Not much, though.
Right. Grandma's CPR comes before Horror Talk.
Or Brian's CPR. What happened to Brian?
Brian's getting some
TPR.
Oh, he's getting tea?
Yeah.
We do tea.
He says he's going
oh my
to
God.
tea.
It was all those freaking lentils that made him have to get toilet paper. Oh my gosh, I knew that was going to
TP. That's funny.
Poor Brian.
Oh.
That's funny. Yeah. So let's take a quick look again and pitch this a little bit more. The Avail TV. Again, you can go to availfilms.com. It's also on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick and I think Apple TV, right?
Yeah.
And then
Brian, oh my God, we just had. Oh, he's coming back on.
Got my tea.
Brian, we had a great little chat about you while you were gone. You'll have to catch up.
Talking smack about me. That's all good. I live for smack.
So this is a taste of what you get with Sparkle hosting Avail TV.
Taste.
Well, of course, darling. Everyone knows you use lye when you're digging a grave. I'm sorry, I have to call you back. Well, hello. Office is closed. It's after hours. But now is where the real party begins. We've got the strange files for you. Let's see what we've got here. Ooh, do you like carnivals? Cotton candy? Games? A little ring toss? Well,
that's a tease. That's all you get. You get the tease.
Man. A little tease up. Just tickling your ass with a feather there, people.
Yeah.
So,
All
Avail
right.
TV. You can install it on your Roku, your Amazon Fire Stick, your Apple TV, and I believe Avail TV is free. So you can
is free.
and then you can also stream it from their website, which is availfilms.com. You can stream it from there free also. So.
So you guys got to vote for me on the website for the fitness. You guys got to watch Avail TV and download that. And you guys got to watch my show every week, the Sparkle Show. So
Yes.
I have hours of your life occupied every week if you want to.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And if anybody's wondering where to find that stuff, you can find Sparkle on Twitter. I'm going to throw her Twitter into the
And if
chat.
I win, I will donate to homeless veterans. I'll give them comic books, and we will give Brian lentils and toilet paper for life.
I still haven't finished my lentils or brown rice. They're just still hanging out here waiting for me for the end of the stream.
You can eat it. I was eating veggies this whole time. Oh my god, was that?
Yeah, but you're the guest. You're the guest. You know what I mean? I'm like co-host. I don't want to be like nom 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 nom. Like, it would be disrespectful.
And I want to be a class act. I was so tacky with my kebab lamb dressing. Oh my gosh, but it was so good. If you would have had it, you would have been eating it the whole time.
No,
I just put Sparkle's Twitter into the chat. Everybody go and follow Sparkle on Twitter if you're not already following her. I want to throw some shout outs to the chat here. I see we have Edward Marlis. Hail, Edward. Nice Ewok you got rolling, brother. Drunk Ed is still here. Drunk as hell. He spilled his wine. We got K-Log. It's great to see you, brother. Hail, horror folks, he says here. And then
K-Log.
And then is that everybody? Oh, Black Daddy's in there. Hey, hail, hail. What's up, Black?
Hail,
What's
Black
going
Daddy.
on, man?
Edward Marlis. Supreme Heretic. What up?
Oh,
what up?
Black Daddy. Black Daddy with the C. Tell them all that I was wearing a bikini because I was out in the pool on a floaty on a unicorn, and that my phone got dizzy, so I had to come inside. I don't want people to think I'm just weird and in bikini.
But yeah, folks, she was maxing and relaxing when we started the stream. Maxing and relaxing in a pool on a unicorn floaty, and it wasn't just like a unicorn floaty. It also had like a rainbow tail, so that gave it like a very brony-ish kind of a vibe.
Yeah,
I don't know why people.
Dom wants to make sure we know he's still here as well. So.
What's up, Dom?
Dominic Sinclair. Oh my god! So I kind of went on a date with him one time.
But you know,
so you want to talk about the movie that you were just working on a couple Sundays ago? Is it still called Two Evils?
No, I was tied up and beat up. It was horrible.
Oh no!
And you know Drew because you tied me up. And some guy named Arizona beat me up. So it was just like, and it was hot as hell. Oh my god, it was hot. But yeah,
they actually saw me after the fact because I showed up with the collar and all that kind of stuff.
And you were a priest. Oh my gosh! Like,
I know, how fun is that, right?
So yeah, it was a fun experience. You guys gotta watch the movie. It's called The Two Evils. And Dominic, did you ever get our IMDb up?
Well, he'll hear us in about 10 seconds and then he can answer.
Oh, there's a delay. You put a delay on because I'm on here.
No, there's a delay on the live feed. There's always a delay from when the chat hears.
I thought you thought I was gonna say something embarrassing.
Oh no.
I would never do that.
Hey, we're total potty mouths here, so there's no way you can shock us.
Sparkle and I again we're friends in real life and we're really close. So she's got all kinds of dirt on me. She could easily like say shit that would embarrass the fuck out of me, and she knows it.
And the F word's been said so many times on this. My pastor might be watching.
Oh yeah, we do drop the F bomb. I do.
Yeah, he was a priest. He met my pastor. I mean, he wasn't a real priest. He was a fake priest. I met my real pastor. You guys know what I mean, right?
No, completely.
You played a priest. He played a priest, and then he met a pastor because we go to church. And he's a Christian, even though a lot of you guys think I'm a terrorist because you don't know what an Armenian is. We believe in Jesus, and they were Christians. We're actually the first Christians.
Oh yeah. No, I know.
You know it, don't you, Brian?
I do. Well, yeah. I mean, also
knowledge there.
Yeah, I mean, and also not to turn this into a bummer or anything, but of course there was the Armenian genocide, I think, by the Turks and everything like that. So yeah, no, I know all about the Armenians.
We
We
got
could
Mar-
make
we
a
got
horror movie about that, where we like overcome the Turks. All the Armenians are really like zombies, and it's like the Turks.
we
have
got
to like,
Martina in the chat right now. Martina is the main character in a book that is Lady Alchemy is the name of the book, right? You want to talk about that briefly since she's right here?
Hell yeah, man. Martina is an incredible artist, visionary, stage performer. Though she is also known as Lady Alchemy, and since her inception as creating herself into this performance artist, Lady Alchemy, she saw herself as a comic book character, and now where she's getting to actually do her own comic. She's had some trouble with the old art team who have like did horrible things to her, tried to kill this project, tried to keep it down. They've done everything they've in their power to mess with it. She hires me. She hires on a new artist, Dario. And we got a great new colorist happening, and we are making an amazing book now. This is kind of the CG story of something rising from the ashes and coming back strong. So please check it out, guys. If you want to bring up the campaign and run the trailer, I don't know if there's a good trailer.
Is there a trailer? I haven't.
There might be one. There might not be one yet. We were kind of working on one. Yeah, Lady Alchemy's posted it on Twitter. If you're able to bring that up, I don't know, but it's
What's the Instagram for Lady Alchemy?
Huh? Sorry.
What's the Instagram for Lady Alchemy?
It's Lady Alchemy, I think. There might be a underscore in between them.
Oh my gosh, am I sideways?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and also
you're a starter woman.
Martina's been having some Comicsgate creators on her channel recently, so hail Martina for that.
There does not appear to be a video up.
Okay, so there's on her Twitter. There's this new trailer we have in the works. That's kind of.
She just said she just sent the link in the chat. She just said, "Let me send the link." But guys,
Yeah.
I have to leave. I have to go eat before my next show. So
Much love, Simon. Peace out, man.
So it's nice to get to talk to you in person, Sparkle. Hope we get to do that
It was
again.
nice to get to talk to you.
Later, Vaughn. Bye, Brian.
Peace out, Simon.
See you, Sim.
Oh, I hate that dude. I love Simon.
Simon's great.
I can't help it though. When somebody leaves the room, it's my
awesome.
immediate impulse, like, just start talking shit about them. Oh God.
So he's really a French dude?
Yeah, he's French Canadian.
Quebecois. He's a Quebecois.
So he's like a fake French dude?
No. He's like from he's from Quebec. So they're like he's French Canadian. And
he's an American French dude.
Yes. And the reason I mentioned that he's a Quebecois is because I like just saying the words Quebecois.
Quebecois.
Why doesn't he want to be seen though? How come we can never see Sim's face? I've always wanted to ask you guys.
Because he usually is working, doing some drawing, maybe some sketch cards or something, and he likes to do it without his shirt. And that much raw dude might be a little too much for our.
So he has to be naked all the time.
Too
I'm
much
gonna ask you, Drew.
Half naked.
Drew, because you can say a lot of like cuss words. Can we be naked if we want to?
Actually,
We get struck for that.
We'll get kicked off if we show any actual like naked female nippleage or.
Oh, just making sure because I was
Mine
totally
are okay,
naked if not.
Vaughn, are you about to like liberate your nipples?
I mean, I can do mine, right? Though these are allowed. Hers aren't.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Fair.
that isn't sexist, huh?
Yeah.
I'm down to like about like a large B. No, a small. No, I've actually gotten to a point where I'm like a large A. So I dropped 20 pounds, so my boobs are almost gone.
There's a unicorn.
Oh
The unicorn has returned.
There it is.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Or is it too bright?
No, we can
now
see
it's
it.
Working out here. I need my headphones this whole time. I can hear you guys. What happened to V-Boy?
What to Vonster? Von Klaus? I think I freaked him out with my moves. I think the move talk like got
No, I think he might have got a phone call or something or who knows.
Hey.
There's no telling.
Yo.
Yeah, it was the moves. Choice A.
They're just little things. They're just little things
my
now.
mind. to bleach my mind a bit, and I'm back.
Hey, Martina, I'm sending you a. Oh wait, no. Here's Vaughn. Vaughn's got me a link here. No, I sent Vaughn a link. I'm gonna send you a quick message and just reply to it with the link, so that we can get the link to the video real fast. So.
V, you missed it. We were talking about the escape room. You have to watch this Thursday, the Sparkle Show.
Oh yeah, I'm curious as hell to see what that's going to be like.
Yeah, no, you'll enjoy it. I spent a good time, a good deal of time editing it so that it wouldn't be too boring. So.
Is it anything like our man Adam's Escape the Night or something like that? Like a game?
Okay, what an escape room is? Escape room is a series of puzzles, right? That you have to solve so that you can like open locks and other things.
Oh, okay.
And then those give you more clues, and eventually you solve something. You put together some kind of final puzzle with all these puzzles inside puzzles inside puzzles.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. I am no longer ignorant on the subject. Like I thought it was like you get locked in like one of those safe rooms, and then like you have to like figure like the way out before you like run out of oxygen.
Well, the oxygen doesn't run out. Well, hold on.
Here we go.
Until Sparkle comes back. Let's just hold on.
This is this Martina made this, and so you can see that she's very hands-on in this project and is making all kinds of cool stuff to promote it. She works her ass off on it, and like I'm just excited to be part of it because before I got hired, I kind of looked up to her as an artist. And then when she was like, yeah, you want to write my book? I was like, hell yeah, you picked the right guy. You know what I mean? Like this. So working with her has been amazing. It's been
fantastic.
It's like sometimes different artists, it's not no one's fault. You just don't gel, you know?
Yeah.
Like her and I, we've been able to gel and just make this, like bring it back from the grave and just make something awesome. So this trailer is kind of a cool little peek into that.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We should wait till Sparkle comes back or not. I saw that she lost the connection again. So.
Oh man.
Oh, okay.
Well, Klaus, how many pages is this going to be?
This is a 40-pager.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're talking about like cool little extras, maybe. I don't want to say anything's definite.
Swag.
Swag, there's awesome t-shirts and there's awesome posters. Like, and I'm talking like legit silk screen, like oversized printed posters that are kind of cool. And there's t-shirts that are kind of badass. So yeah, it's happening.
Rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
What about a figurine? Talk to George. Get a figurine made.
I mean, she would have to. That would be cool. That would be cool. I think the character is one of the cooler, more stylish. Like to me, good art and style like just takes things to the next level, you know? And that's part of why Lady Alchemy kicks ass. And that's part of why it's really good. She got a new art team on this and left the old one behind. And what they made tossed out completely. Now, you know, all new team, all new work. So it's been fun, man. And also Dario is like an old friend of mine, the artist. He and I go way back and we've always wanted to work together.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Lady Alchemy is our first project together. So it's been really cool working with him too.
That's great. That's great. It's
he's awesome.
I always tell people, I always tell my fellow writers, you have to embrace the collaborative nature of the medium. Do you know what I mean? And not get territorial or make it about like, a pissing contests or anything like that. It's always just about the final product. And if you can kind of have like an artistic back and forth, you know, that's when you end up with magic. That's when you end up with a good book.
Yeah, and that is kind of something I do as an artist, I admit. Like I chase the dragon, I look for other artists that I can like make awesome stuff with. And it's like there's a rush from that you get addicted, you know.
Oh my god.
It's part of the fun. It's like jamming with your friends, right?
Absolutely.
It is fun. And in fact, it's a lot of the us here have a little DM group that we have been bouncing ideas off of each other, and that's actually been kind of fun and interesting. That talking about that, yeah.
Oh, and you're welcome, Martina.
So let's go ahead and run this. I don't know if Sparkle's going to make it back right away, or if she has a real major internet connection. Hopefully, she will be back. She'll obviously be back someday, if not today. So
I hope she didn't have like a unicorn floaty problem.
Or slip on some ranch or something.
Wait, here she is. Here she is. Here she is. She's coming. There she goes.
Hey, Sparkle.
Hey,
Welcome back. Welcome back.
There she is. She's back.
I'm sorry. Chat. I was saying hey to somebody and I couldn't get back in, and I was like, "Oh my god."
It's okay.
I could like hear you guys, but I couldn't see you guys.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. You know, live streaming etiquette. You know, you never know when you're going to drop out.
Yeah. So this is Lady Alchemy's intro video for her comic book. I've actually. Can you hear us? Sparkle, can you hear us? I can hear you. Can you hear us, Sparkle?
Miss Sparkle.
I want to put her like on solo just to like mess with her right now because she can't hear us.
Oh, dude, that's just gonna make her revenge later that much more vicious. You're already in trouble, brother. You're already in trouble.
Hello, can you hear us now?
Can you hear us, Miss Sparkle?
Yeah, she bowed out. She'll be back. She's just having issues with her connection.
That was my Morrissey impression.
While we're waiting for that to dial in, let's just go ahead and move forward with this. We've been teasing people with this for long enough now. So
yeah, we have.
Dude, I'm about to burst.
Oh, there you go.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
That is Lady Alchemy, guys.
I'm a sad old goth, so how could I not like that?
You're just gonna be goth for life, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm there too. Definitely got a little goth
That was
kid
super
in me.
sexy.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Lady Alchemy kind of checks all the boxes, man. It's got action, it's got style, it's got sexy, it's got dark and mysterious, it's got magic, it's got artfulness. It's cool, man. It's the type of comic I grew up digging, you know.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, Martina, you should definitely hit up Sparkle. She said, "Be right back." She'll have to catch it later. She definitely have to hit up Sparkle. Sparkle has the show. What's that?
Yeah, there's the unicorn, everybody.
The unicorn. Unicorn's tonight. We can't see the horn, but we can.
Yeah, we can't see the horn.
We can only see the unit.
Although for me, it's all about that rainbow tail.
That rainbow tail.
And that's the
Brian likes to get himself Brian likes to get himself some rainbow tail.
Nothing wrong with that. Hell on my LGBT peeps.
period, like not too long ago. It might still be going on. Maybe it's trailing off, where everybody was describing themselves as a unicorn and like talking about unicorns and making unicorn jokes, and like they were in pop culture. Everything was unicorn for a little while.
Was that kind of like that time when like everything was about angels, like in the 90s?
Yeah.
Remember that? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that. I must have missed the unicorn thing.
Okay. I just saw them. I was just okay. Even and Charlie the Unicorn and like all this pop culture stuff happened with them for a while, and I was like, okay, they are cool.
Well, I mean, like the ones in Legend are kind of cool, but you know, what kind? Yeah. I'm not a fairy pixie unicorn kind of a guy.
He's gone.
Fairy pixie unicorny.
Just
yeah, it's not my it's just not my jam.
I love that movie Legend though.
Oh, the European cut especially.
Yeah. Like, is that not a cool version of that genre?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, Tim Curry, do anything with the right style, you can make it. You could take it further. You can make people who would otherwise not like it find something interesting in it. And Legend is so visually. Yeah, that's what it was about, right? It's just the visual.
The whole movie.
Get fucked up on Legend, man. Like, I love that movie. If I need to refresh my visual codex, like watch Legend. You're fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's epic scenes in that movie that I was like, I would sit there, and even as a child when I was watching it, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, how are they pulling this off? Because you have all the petals falling, like if it was rain, you know what I mean? They're storming around. They had to have fans, and they had to have those pre-plucked. And I mean, it was just
and that all burned to the ground. I don't know if you remember when the 007 soundstage, it was the largest soundstage in the world. It got burned to the ground. That's the movie that they were making. That was the set that caught fire and burned the 007 soundstage to the ground. They were lucky that they'd shot enough footage. They didn't have to rebuild all that shit.
Well, they're lucky Tom Cruise was there to save them all and jump off a roof and like
there you go. There you go.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Good one,
Tim Curry and that marvelous Rob Bottin makeup as like a 9-foot tall devil.
That makeup is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Amazing, stunning. And Tim Curry should have gotten an Oscar nomination for that for the first performance in that. But of course, they actors in horror fantasy don't get nominations.
Tim Curry played himself dressed as a devil. Okay. He did. He played himself dressed as a devil.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie. I highly recommend the European cut if people haven't seen that.
Yeah, really cool.
I like
really underrated.
I'm sorry, Sparkle?
There was the movie Annie. Remember Tim Curry was in the movie Annie?
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Bad guy.
That was a good movie, right?
Yeah, he was the villain. Yeah, he was the villain.
Right.
He watches it every day. He has it on Blu-ray. I gotta get back for you for that firefighter clip, Drew. That was messed up.
I don't have it on Blu-ray. But I do have on DVD. I do have Can't Stop the Music.
Oh,
that's nice. Can't Stop the Music. The Village People.
Yes. You can't stop the music. Nobody can stop the music. Yeah.
Rihanna.
Liberation.
You need to stop the music right now.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a Village People movie. It came out like literally the day that disco died.
And we know why it died.
On the grave, just like
it's kind of like the Village People killed disco all by themselves. When you say it like that.
Dude, when you guys remember how back then people decided disco sucked and they filled entire
stadiums,
sports stadiums with disco records and burnt them.
Yes.
That was like OG Comicsgate.
Yeah, they also used like a Yankee Stadium. In Yankee Stadium, they used a steamroller.
There was this like anti-disco movement very briefly in our
I was part of it. I was a little kid. But I had a Disco Sucks t-shirt.
The anti-disco movement was led by Kiss fans initially.
Was
really?
it?
It was led by Kiss fans.
That's why I hang out with you guys, because you know this shit. Like, this is amazing that you're like, it was actually Kiss fans that started the anti-disco.
Yes,
movement
it
in
was. It was
1978.
Kiss fan.
That's
totally Kiss
interesting.
fans.
I bet they did not. I bet they were high out of their minds and did not expect it to get that big, man. When they were like, fill the stadiums, burn it all. Like, that was.
Well, the thing is, it's like, oh God, you know, I was like a little kid. I inherited my older brother's Black Sabbath records, and that was it. you know, I wasn't hearing that disco noise. But Can't Stop the Music, a very good, very fun movie to watch on Painkillers.
Oh, I don't. Okay. Get hurt first, and then I got to get the good painkillers. And
Well,
then I
you
can.
guys, I can't hear anything V for Vendetta is saying. I hear you two, but I don't hear V.
V for.
She can't hear you, Vaughn.
Von Klaus?
Okay. Well, I don't know. Can you hear me? Let me see.
I can hear you. Oh, sure, she's gone.
Supreme Heretic, by the way, says, honestly, Brian, one of my favorite cheesy movies was Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Did you
I had that on VHS, and I watched the hell out of it.
Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad.
It is, man.
Hey,
It's
but
awful.
the performance of Beth in that is not bad.
But there's other weird movies like that back then, like Rock and Roll High School with the Ramones, and that's like bad.
Rock and Roll High School, but that's awesome because it has the Ramones.
That movie's perfect. Like,
yeah, it's awesome.
Movie. It's so like, it's like their movie
Yes.
without even being about them fully.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like Ramones the musical. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Everybody needs to watch Rock and Roll High School.
Rock and Roll High School. Remember, like when they approach PJ Souls, she approaches the Ramones with a song that she wrote, which is Rock and Roll High School. And when she mentions the title, Joey goes, Rock and Roll High School.
Yeah, I remember.
And remember,
like, Rock and Roll High School. He sounds like he's goofy.
And remember, Dee Dee, the shower is running, and she moves the curtain aside, and Dee Dee's in there, just like soaping up and singing.
Oh yeah.
The Ramones, all sexy. Maybe what would you say not the ugliest rock band ever? I'd say the ugliest rock band would have to be like maybe the Rolling Stones, right?
No, we can find much uglier than that.
Hideous.
David Grohl is pretty ugly.
David Grohl.
Yeah, but he's like one guy. I'm talking about like the entire band.
Okay, Foo Fighters.
Iggy
Nobody
Pop.
is hot in Foo Fighters.
Iggy Pop.
Anyway.
Yes. Love me some Iggy, but yeah, pretty gruesome without a doubt.
Yeah.
So that's the great stuff. Let's take another glance here at the voting for Ms. Health and Fitness.
Hell
currently
yeah.
first in her group. We have the warrior vote option.
Come on, Brian, let's go.
Guys, are we feeling like talking trash about the competition yet? Come on.
Everybody.
I'm just kidding. We don't have
Has anyone ever done push-ups on Horror Talk before? Or am I the first?
We've never had push-ups on Horror Talk before.
Okay.
That would be a first. That would be a Horror Talk first.
Z, you were gonna say you did.
Well,
push-ups.
maybe Vaughn has, but he just turned his screen off first.
Yes.
Right.
What about planking? Let's plank, guys.
Okay.
Going to turn the
fitness channel for the last 3 dudes that want to do fitness on the planet. Let's do it. I'm planking.
I got the wireless headset, so I could do some sword forms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out that katana. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now, this is how nerds work out. Conan style. Oh, yeah. Crush your enemies. See them
before you. And hear the lamentations of the women.
I was going to say, and then tweet about it.
And tweet about it.
What else do you want to see, Drew? Drew, do you want to see anything else cool?
Dude, you have a Conan.
What's that?
What else would you like to see for fitness?
I want one. I want what you have. I want one of those.
Dude, these are relatively cheap. These are like $200, man, and they're real swords too.
Oh, dude, I need home protection. You know what I mean?
My neighbors can make fun of me all they want. All I'm saying is I'm going to be the one laughing when the zombies come.
Oh my god! You're gonna go down first, Brian.
This is the only fantasy sword I own because I wanted this since I was like 15 years old, since I was a little boy.
You got good taste, dude.
Thanks, brother.
I like that. That would be the only fantasy sword I would own too.
Yeah.
But I like how you own a bunch of other swords. And is that a halberd?
Tons.
Do you own a halberd?
No, I do have a Saxon battle axe though.
Oh, okay.
And I have a Langesmesser, and I have a Große Messer.
I didn't mean to.
What about the Kill Bill 2?
Oh my god! Your house is like armed.
Oh, dude, there's literally weapons in every room in the house. I am ready.
That's awesome.
If you have a Kill Bill 2 sword, I will be very happy.
Oh, a katana? I got a katana back there.
Yeah,
I see one.
Yeah,
you should go grab it and see how sharp it is. How sharp is the katana, Brian?
Very sharp. Very sharp.
Every time you
paper?
show up at the medieval fair, I bet you got like a big sack of coins, and you're like, "Hello, weapon vendor." Shing, 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 shing.
Not to give. Well, I mean, not give them a plug. You can get really good swords online at a place called Cult of Athena. They have very good prices, and they're like battle-ready swords. I mean, I do backyard cutting with these. You can use tatami mats the way that the samurai did, which are just straw mats that you roll up and you soak them in water. Or I like to use pool noodles. Those are nice, cheap sword targets because if your edge alignment is off, you're not even going to cut through it. It's just going to go. Whoop, 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 whoop,
the noodle don't lie.
Noodle don't lie, man. Very unforgiving.
Hey,
so
Jerry Romero
not
Jr.
gonna ever
just
piss
followed
you
us.
off. Cut off
Jerry
my
Romero
noodle.
Jr. is watching, guys.
Is he? Awesome. Welcome, George Romero Jr. If you're watching this, that's awesome. Welcome. Hey,
awesome.
I have put
Namaste.
the link for Sparkle's YouTube channel in the chat, so you guys can find her on YouTube very easily. And don't forget to go and vote for her on Ms.
I can see
Health
you
and
vote,
Fitness.com.
Dave.
Von
Star, if you don't vote, I can see who votes.
Okay.
I can't threaten Brian. He already showed me.
Well, it's like Comicsgate. It's like we know who's like back in our books and who isn't back in our books. Not that, although I always tell people, don't feel obliged. I'm not going to look at you funny the next time I see you if you didn't back my book. It's all good.
Awesome.
I backed your book. I got your book in the mail recently, man.
Brian, I will be your
awesome.
backer, Brian.
I'm sorry, Sparkle.
She's gonna back you.
Oh, rock and roll.
Would you like me to be your backer?
Yeah.
If you want to be my backer, you got to get with my friends.
My friends. That Spice World. That's not a bad movie.
Yeah, man.
Okay, Drew, do we want to tell them the story about the Spice Girls, or do we not?
We basically had a long effort of trying to lock down a specific Spice Girls song for a television commercial, and after a lot of
small
work and
family business owner.
Yeah, totally. And they came back to us with $50,000 for a 4-state
product.
Yeah, for a $3 product.
For a $3
product. It was just like absolutely ridiculously unreasonable. Like feature films don't pay that much for song rights. You know what I mean? Like, so it was just outrageously over the top. I mean,
they're doing that. The market's doing that lately, man. Like a lot of TV shows that are older that had, not even the greatest soundtrack. Like for instance, the TV series Werewolf. Yeah, bringing it back to Werewolf. Represent my hairy friends, you sexy beast.
Hell yeah, so make it by Rick Baker in that.
There's dozens of us who think werewolves are sexier than vampires. Dozens. Anyway, so like that show can't be produced on DVD. They couldn't afford the rights to all the songs, even though the soundtrack isn't that kick-ass or that, pricey. Right. It's like people are just really trying to leech off those old nostalgia-ish era, music lately. So
but some money is better than none. I mean, it's like why turn it down?
Well, because they're owned by like mega corporations. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not making money if they don't sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
but
they
to
don't
them,
sell
it's
rights to it, they're not-
to them, it's
Yeah.
like that kind of money. It's so small, it's so minuscule to them because they're such big mega corporations that they don't even care about it. It's like you or me dropping a penny. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even bother to pick it up if you're them.
Speak for yourself. I pick up my pennies.
No, I said if you're them.
You're really fucking pissed off that they didn't give you like that Spice Girls shit, don't you? What song did you want? What song?
You want to
Spice up your life. Spice
People
up
of the
your life.
world.
Oh man, that was a pretty big hit, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
because
right?
okay, I will say it. We were gonna sell Bobby sells her salsa, and they say
Rock
it's
and
the
roll.
salsa in the song. So I
Right,
mean,
that
that's
makes sense.
crazy. They were in that like it's for a family-owned Hispanic company, and they were just like, no, $50,000. It was like,
Damn.
you know what I could say this price for? They're the jackal of the night.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Vaughn's got Kitty.
There's ass in your face.
This is Jasper.
Oh, Jasper.
Yeah, it's a typical Monday night for me.
Yeah.
But
Jasper is the Asper.
Vaughn, can you wait till after the show
Jasper.
before you let the pussy in your face?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not appropriate for all audience.
Very inappropriate, brother. Very inappropriate and unprofessional. Aww.
Ryan, go back to your lentils. Can I see your lentils? I mean,
My lentils? They just hang.
She
they're
misses
hanging out.
your post-apocalyptic meal.
I need to see
Just
something
rice
more
and lentils. All we've got
Mm.
is rice and lentils. No, that's healthy.
Gory bites. Ooh, gory bites. Who's gory bites?
Gory bits.
Is it gory bites.
Gory bits.
Gory bits. Gory bits. Hell, gory bits. And yes, Supreme Heretic is saying, thanks for clearing that up. I was wondering why you couldn't get Werewolf, the TV series. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that if you can't get a hold of it, if it never seems to come out on DVD or Blu-ray or anything like that, yeah, it's usually over like stupid, just little like legal shit like that. And very often it has to do with the music. You cannot find an uncut version of Bad Lieutenant by Abel Ferrara. That's a classic movie. And you cannot find the original version of that movie because it featured a rap song that sampled Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. And so since the song, the rap song, didn't clear the sample, you can't see that movie. It doesn't exist.
That's an epic song, Kashmir.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Schoolie D song that uses it is great, awesome, and pretty damn funny too. I mean, that's a really dark movie, and there's like a lyric in that like actually I remember had the audience cracking up.
Let's see here.
Jasper.
Really strange person, that.
Kitty.
Look at this awesome shirt she has on in this picture.
Oh,
right here.
sweet.
That is awesome.
Nice
Swag.
Captain
Oh
Web.
my god, I swear.
Bye-bye.
There she goes.
Oh, man.
And she's back.
She's in, she's out.
What was she gonna say? Like, I'm all in suspense now. Like,
I know.
Oh no.
Wait,
okay.
there we
I'll
go.
fill it in for. Okay.
Vaughn, you were going to fill in for her?
There she is.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? You had us all in suspense and then you popped out.
I know.
It's like, oh guys, chicken. Bomb.
Yeah.
Drew, any more surprises? I swear, Drew. Payback is a.
Imminent.
You look
Seriously,
great
Drew.
in this photo. You look
This
great
is-
in this photo, though.
This is how you treat our guests, man.
Drew, you don't know the video footage I might have and the pictures I might have you that you didn't
Oh
know.
shit.
Oh, yeah, she's probably got some really good video footage of me looking really stupid.
Blackmail material.
Oh, she definitely has blackmail material. That there's no doubt on that.
That's great.
She has a lot of blackmail material.
Rock and
You
roll.
don't worry. You wouldn't even recognize him if I showed you the videos.
Gotcha. Oh, so you're saying that like that Drew is doing some drag?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
No.
I kind of can't.
I mean, no, he would never do that.
Oh
Is
no,
that
it
politically
got
correct?
personal.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's PC. That's the only reason I'm not saying anything. 'cause I-
Gotcha. Well, I've got nothing against it. You know, if guys want to put on ladies' clothing, you know, I'm.
See what you started? She has no videos of me in drag.
Drew, really? You want to go there, Drew? Well, I'm gonna pop them up on this show. I can put them on my show. I can put them on Sparkle Show. Watch the Sparkle Show on Thursday.
Everyone, we got
now. I'm like trying to think of like where she could have a video of me in drag from. Like I'm like, is there something I forgot? Were we like that heavily drunk?
Yeah, like a total blackout. You know what I used to do to my brother?
Apparently, I wasn't drunk enough.
Did you ever like paint like Drew's toenails while he was passed out, and then like let them dry, and then put his shoes back on and his boots back on?
Oh, that's a good one.
I used to do that to my brother all the time.
Yeah, do you know that's going to happen to me now? Thanks a lot, Brian.
I just remember my brother saying,
"Fall asleep, Drew. Sleep with one eye open."
Or wake up with fabulous toenails. The choice is yours.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you can't just paint their toenails, you know, and put little sparkles on them and everything. That's you want to do a really nice job, make them really sweet
Don't
looking.
put my name all weird. You're like, yeah.
But it's all about putting the socks back on and then putting the boots back on, so they're like in the shower and they look down.
That's mean.
And it like, what the hell was I doing last night?
Oh God! I've never had like a trail of nail polish through my house.
I like how you put sparkles and sparkle. Like, and people always see the sparkles.
Oh man! Like reach out and fuck with someone.
Brian, I'm gonna send you kebab land, salad dressing, and sparkling nail polish.
I would use them both. I would use them both, darling. I would use them both.
If somebody gets your package by accident, they are going to be very surprised.
Yeah, well, the neighbors already know I'm a freak.
I imagine somebody would be surprised if they got his package by accident.
Oh, kissing!
Where were you thinking, Drew? I would never have thought that when I said that.
Is this thing on? He's got a million of them.
There's a chip in my hand.
Oh yeah. Couple more years of practice, Drew. You'll be ready for the Borscht Belt, brother.
Shut up, babe. I don't hear it out of you.
Not enough tood out of you, Vaughn.
Oh, I'm just laughing.
Oh, hell.
I can't help it. You just keep going. She's
Stop talking about Brian's package. I'll send you one too. Someone might get your package by accident.
Yeah.
Brian's package has been discussed enough this evening.
Yeah, it has.
But you are going to get some nice salad dressing in there. So you're good, man.
You're the best, Sparkle.
My friend ordered some stickers, and they sent him a bottle of salsa with the stickers. They're like, here, free salsa.
Oh, it's this place.
Bobby Salazar salsa.
It's this place, the mule sauce, right?
Mule sauce, yeah. You got the little sticker, yeah.
It's not a sticker; it's a coaster. So,
oh,
yeah.
They sent you coasters? Okay.
Yeah. I got coasters, and basically, if you order stickers from them, I got some like die cut ones. This was just like a stretch goal bonus, sorta. Right.
Oh, that's cool.
Illustration by MC Mark Marianelli, aka at 6 a.m. Comics. Was kind enough to let me use these as stickers. And when you order the stickers, they're just like, you want some free hot sauce with that? Like what?
So they at least ask first. They don't just send you.
Yeah, they ask. You can check or uncheck, right?
It reminds me of in The State, the TV show The State. The guy wouldn't get his mail, and the mailman just kept giving him tacos every day. And he was like, "Look, like I like the tacos. In fact, they're some of the best tacos I've ever had. But if I had to between that and my mail, I'll take my mail." And the mailman was like, "I'm sensing some negativity about the tacos." Anyway, yeah, man, don't just randomly send people food product.
I thought it was pretty strange, but I'm a pretty strange guy, so I was like,
"Well, have you tried the sauce?
I haven't.
Okay. Do you want to do a shot for us on the air?
Well, I think it's upstairs. I'd have to look
Oh,
around for it. But I don't understand the idea of like the ridiculously hot sauce. To me, Frank's Red Hot is like it's fine. I don't need hotter than that. I don't need hotter than Frank's Red Hot. So
You ever have one of those friends who tell you a story about they had the hottest hot sauce ever and they were bleeding out of their like crying and snot and like they hated their life for hours? Like that's who that's made for. That's the market. It's that so they can tell that story.
What Drew, who is it that's gonna eat like the really hot chip that's made with like the hottest pepper in the world? Do you know what I'm talking about? Karshina.
Yeah, with Skitsconics.
Yeah. If they hit a certain goal, I don't know if you knew about this, Vaughn. If they hit a certain goal, she's gonna eat a potato chip. It comes in its own bag. It's just one chip, and it's covered in like I think a powdered version of the hottest pepper on the like ever. No, well, jalapenos are okay. I put them in my eggs sometimes. Well, like habaneros, like worse than habaneros.
What's the name of this pepper?
I'm having chips with a salad dressing.
That's healthy. I forget. I just know it needs to stay the hell away from me.
Carolina Reaper. I don't know. I've just like heard all these awesome names.
Ryan, there's some garlic sauce too.
Oh, I'm a big garlic guy.
Garlic sauce.
Oh man, I love me some garlic. Love me some garlic.
Oh yeah, it's like great for making out with all the
vampires.
Well, she's Armenian, and so she's down with the garlic.
Hell yeah, garlic's good for you, man.
It is actually.
I like it.
I do too.
Just wear it around your neck. I love that garlic.
and it keeps the vampires away.
I'm like, yeah.
Nobody needs just a little snack while you work.
Yeah, snack. I'm looking for that stretch goal. I'm looking for that stretch goal here.
Yes.
It's your special sauce, Brian. Garlic sauce by Kebabland.
And it's in 3D. You're like doing like the SCTV, like Dr. Tongue's 3D House of Stewardesses. In it. Did that reference just go over everybody's head?
I'm the busy. No,
yes. Oh, you need some Count Floyd in your life, Vaughn. Count Floyd. Count Floyd was the shit.
Who's that?
There was a show called SCTV, Second City TV, right, where it was like people that were members of like the Chicago troupe, Second City, right?
I've worked with when I was in Chicago working in film. I worked with a few of the older ones who didn't become huge superstars.
Yeah. But it was people from that. From that troupe, it was like Joe Flaherty, Eugene Levy, Dave Thomas, Harold Ramis, and they did this routine where the newscaster was also like the kids horror TV show host. So he would dress up like Dracula because this is what they would do in TV stations all across the country way back in the day. We didn't have like a horror host when I was a kid. We had one guy who was called the Creep, and he was only on for like a couple of years. We didn't have Zachary. We didn't have Sven Gulli. We didn't have Elvira.
Too bad he wasn't a horror host. He was just some creep in a basement.
Right. But Count Floyd was Count Floyd was like a spoof of those dudes, and just the shit, man.
Okay, man.
So the update.
Elvira's. What a sweet person.
The update on the stretch goal for Skits Comics. It says here at 30K, Karshina will take one chip challenge. The live broadcast on Skits YouTube channel. And watch her take the Carolina Reaper chip challenge by Packy Chips.
Metal.
That is badass.
Chips.
Yeah, but they're not the Carolina Reaper chips.
Yeah. And because there's like YouTube videos of people doing it. And
that's like the hottest thing you could put in your mouth ever that would like roast.
Remember these guys like for 10 minutes there's a YouTube video where like for like 10 minutes they couldn't have any water, any milk, anything like that. These dudes are crying.
That was Rhett and Link.
I won't be able to taste or feel anything on my tongue.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to taste or feel anything on your tongue
except pain.
I had my friend's dad was in some car wreck that somehow got to his taste senses, and heat did nothing to him. He would eat the hottest shit in the world and just be like, I feel nothing, Lebowski, nothing. So like it was badass. We would always dare him to like eat all our peppers at whatever, you know. It was like, he didn't care. And then he was our dentist. Good times.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that would be trustworthy. It's like, let me just soak your dental tools.
My mouth feels nothing, but your mouth shall feel everything.
Is it safe?
He was not that bad of a dentist.
The dental horror. The dental horror.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, they did that.
You're
awesome, Marathon Man. That's a scary scene, man.
Yeah.
Is it
good
safe?
Stuff, man. Good stuff. Is it safe? That was a great scene.
Yep.
Good movie.
Yep. Great movie.
You guys got good tastes.
You too, brother.
You think I should make that werewolf script I pitched?
It sounds cool. It sounds cool. It sounds badass to me.
Okay.
Don't do it as the comic.
Like, I think that's going to be my werewolf story. You know what I mean? Like,
nice.
I might do a comic version. That'd be cool. Dude, check it out. Slave Leia.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's so problematic. I'm feeling triggered.
This is what happens after you strangle Jabba, man. You get all the bodyguards from the Empire.
Yo.
This is the last con before
Mary kills Shag.
Oh, FrezCon, so it's like right in Fresno, huh?
Shag. Jabba, R2D2, and CP3O.
Mary kills Shag, Jabba the Hutt, C3PO, and R2D2.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm gonna marry R2D2. I'm gonna marry R2D2. Dude,
he always has the right of time.
Kill Jabba.
There you go. I want to confess something. Seeing the original Stormtroopers next to the newer one, the new movie.
Yeah.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for whoever had to design the new ones, because like they had to follow up a classic design, man.
I agree.
That's a tough act to follow, and it looks like almost like their Stormtrooper is like more cosplay friendly, or like kind of I don't know. Some of that bugs me. It feels boring. It feels too like it's hiding behind the original. It doesn't feel like an upgrade. It feels like a downgrade. Maybe it's supposed to, because the Empire.
Well, I can point a lot of that out. It lacks the depth. You see here in the mouth, right on the old one, it actually has like little like teeth lines. You see the cheekbones underneath the eyes like that. It's got the stripe above the head, and the eyes themselves have a little bit of a thing. Now, also look here at the chest. The chest has more definition. There's more accents.
It's made
there's
to
more
look
accents on the shoulder pieces and more accents on the leg pieces. There's
the speakers also speakers on the mask.
There's even a little extra bulge on the cod piece.
Right. Oh, yeah, it actually has balls. Check that out. He's got an actual shield on it and everything. And then on the knee there, he's got a little asymmetry with the design, and there's a little gear. And you look at that and you go, what is that little gear on his knee for? That's cool. Like, what does that even go to? Like, it's part of the piloting or something? And it's got more buttons on it. See how that? And
yeah, you see how the leg is attached to the body piece here, and it's not over here. You know what I mean? It's just
looks like
all around a better design.
One looks like an iPhone. One looks like a badass, like killer, like armored up.
One looks like a classic car, and the other one looks like a fucking
Hyundai,
a Prius.
There you go.
And it has about as much balls as a Prius too. Look at that little compass. I don't like the shoulder pad style too.
Vote for Pedro.
No,
vote for Pedro.
Vote Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
They definitely
Sparkle. I'm sorry.
Sparkle.
They definitely are designing costumes in some cases so that they can be easily cosplayed. Definitely Margot Robbie's costume as Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey or whatever they're calling it this week. Totally designed to be like all you have to do in order to cosplay that character is just go to Hot Topic and
no, actually they're not designed for the cosplay. They're designed
to
sell as alternative wardrobe. They actually sell them as pieces of clothing that people will wear on their regular.
Margot Robbie is hot.
Yeah,
Margot Robbie is super hot. And then what happens is girls walk around with a baseball bat and they're like, "I'm Margot Robbie," and I'm like, "No, you just have a baseball bat and like a bloody whatever. You're not Margot Robbie, honey."
Hey man, all I'm saying is I much preferred seeing the ladies in those jammies and the Harley Quinn jammies.
The onesies, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, only when they're skin tight.
They're evil.
But nobody beats Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie could have been a great Harley Quinn if they had a different production team.
I made it literally 5 minutes into Birds of Prey and was like, okay, click next.
I haven't even watched Birds of Prey yet. I only saw.
I'm horrendous. You can't recognize any of the characters. The only character that you can identify visually is Harley Quinn, and that's only because you recognize Margot Robbie, and you're like, oh, she's playing Harley Quinn, so that must be Harley Quinn. They designed the characters so they're completely unrecognizable.
Okay. Mary Kill Shag, you know, Margot Robbie and everybody else.
Yeah, she's okay. Yeah. She's okay.
I would definitely shag Margot Robbie, because if you have to marry her, she's probably not going to shag.
I was shagging marrying her and everybody else.
Yeah, is she all social justice warriored out? Because that would be the other thing, you know.
A little bit. She's got her moments.
Yeah,
she's her moments. We try to go easy on her. Like,
but
she's
not
charming. She seems like she really tries to be a decent actress. You know?
That's cool. As opposed to like Brie Larson.
Yeah. Oh.
Ugh.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so these are like on your campaign. These are your campaign shots.
These are on. Okay. These are on that. Yeah, on the vote.
Are you still number one?
Yes, she's still number one.
Ichiban.
That's a cool dramatic shot.
I don't know how
that's great. The lighting's really good.
Yeah. Is this like a private home?
The lighting's good. Thank you, Brian. Thanks, Brian. I need good lighting to look good, Brian.
You were working those lats. The latissimus dorsi.
Brian, I can't wait to get a hold on you. Brian, I'm going to mess you up.
Oh, no. You're going to put me in the figure 4 leg lock?
Good time.
Chicka boom! America, fuck yeah! Let's kiss my ass and suck on my balls, America.
Oh yeah. Good 4th of July piece. Let freedom ring.
I should use it for my show as a theme song.
America, fuck yeah!
So, do you do competitions? Give her a minute.
I don't.
Okay.
I should, but I don't. I don't do that because I love to drink sparkling eyes. So I can't really do competitions because you're supposed to like eat nothing. You're supposed to eat cardboard and be like, oh my god, and then get like airbrush and get like spray and all that, and it's like, and there's no money in it really. I mean, unless you're like the top, like very like 2%. There's no money. You just do it for like, and I don't need to be Miss America for like bodybuilding. I'm like, well, I mean, I'll settle for being kind of hot and getting a good time over being like really hot and not having a good time and maybe making the top 2%. This is not my jam. So basically, I'm fun to hang out with and a little bit hot.
She's a lot of bit hot. I know her in person.
How do you know her in person?
God, so I don't look like hot in this. Like I don't look hot in video.
Well, Sparkle and I not only live in the same town, but we're like good friends. We socialize through the filmmakers community is how we met. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And
that's awesome.
we've become really good friends.
He showed Firefighter. We used to be good friends.
Yeah, that shit's done, Drew. That's done after tonight. I'm sorry, man.
Come on. I mean, come on. Let's be real.
I mean, that hurt me. I feel offended by what I saw tonight.
No, seriously.
Just kidding. No, dude. But like, that's cool that you guys do that. Would you ever do some film together, or have you?
We are planning on it. In fact, I wrote a short film that she will be the featured star.
Oh,
yeah,
of course. Good choice. What is
Excellent.
it? Do you want to keep it under wraps?
We'll
or do
see.
you want
We're
to
negotiating. We're negotiating our contract. We're negotiating everything. You must do very bad things. And I'm like, no, I'll do kind of bad things, not very bad things.
Okay.
It's basically I want it's more of a suspense thriller with a little bit of a horror edge to it.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. She would be.
He's lying. I kill everybody. I kill.
Yeah.
Badass.
You're gonna love
sorry.
being in that.
Was I not supposed to say that, Drew? Oh, I don't kill
Drew.
everybody. Half of everybody.
Spoilers.
Drew, she just like reverse M. Night Shyamalan. She's like, the twist is I'm the killer, and before the movie ever even comes out, before the contracts are even signed.
I may be the
early.
killer, not the killer. I don't know what I am.
Talk about spoilers.
I know.
Sorry, Drew.
No, I kind of because
killer
of
of
Drew's
this thriller.
style, I could tell that you would have been killing everyone. Like that's very Drew. It's very Drew to do. To have her kill everyone. When we were talking about our other project,
I might be lying. I might be trying to fake you all out.
it's true. That's true. You are a little shifty.
No,
having her as the
kind of funny.
having her as the star and the killer would be a little bit too predictable. So.
Right, I agree.
Yeah,
she's just the killer and the co-star.
Well, now everybody's confused, and I like it.
Yeah, I'm really confused.
I don't know what I am. That's part of my character. I have multiple personalities. I'm trying to figure out my own depth.
She fights off herself. They've already done that movie. What is it?
Ryan, when are we gonna
John Cusack.
Ryan, I'm gonna put this
Identity. You know that one?
What about Gemini Man? Gemini Man?
Oh my God! Me and Drew have an identity story. Drew and I have an identity. Drew, you and I have a story.
Drew, wait a minute. You're going around doing other identity stories with other people other than just me and Brian? Remember our identity story?
Yeah, man.
I'm just gonna say.
Not
what? You did
Man.
it before, Drew.
Oh God, I'm just glad
We're so far from serious right now. It's unreal.
Oh God, I am just
Okay.
great.
Okay. Honestly, I stayed in a hotel and they had an identity key. I stayed in an identity hotel. Identical with an identity key. Identical. I called Drew and I said, "I'm an identity. What the hell do I do?" And he didn't remember because I said, "Remember that movie where they said horrors don't go?" It was like. Horrors don't get to live, or all horrors die. They said that at the end of Identity, and he didn't know what I was talking about through the horror show guy. I did not know what I was talking about. I said, you know that movie? Here's
busted.
the kid. Look it up. It's John Cusack.
Busted.
He had to look it up to know what I was talking about.
That's actually pretty common. My vocabulary of horror movies is not as expanded as say Brian's, where.
Brian is like a walking encyclopedia. He's good.
Yeah.
I would take you with me to a trivia night. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would definitely kick ass at like horror Jeopardy, but it's not something I boast about because it's not something you aspire to. It's something that just happens to you. That's something that happens when you're spending many nights, staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning and drinking and smoking. And
that's right. Yeah, this is why you and I could hang, Brian, because I did that for like 15 years with my friend Drew. It's like that's like our whole relationship was stayed up till the sun came up, drinking, smoking, and watching horror movies. Yep. And he'd always be like, "Oh, would you like to know my little horror movie fact?" Like he knows his stuff too, but like after years of that, he had run out of all of his facts, and he'd be like, "Do you want to know a horror movie fact?" And I'd be like, "Not really, dude." And he'd be like, "No. Did you know? Did you know that the Predator was originally Jean-Claude Van Damme?" And I'm just like, I know all your facts now, Drew. I have no more use for you. Let's go. No, but it's. Yeah, it was weird, but because you run out of facts, man, and weird trivia.
Yeah, man.
Well, we've been going for about 2.5 hours, and this has been a lot of fun. This has been an awesome night. Sparkle, you have been an amazing guest. I knew you would be, and you are. And I'm glad we got to push your campaign for your voting. Everybody, you can vote every day.
You're mad that I brought up identity, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I deserved it. I deserved it for the firefighters.
Are you guys even? Are you guys even now?
Have you guys ever heard of Washington, D.C.? Have you guys ever heard of Washington, D.C. and want to stay in an identity hotel? I got the perfect hotel for you. Just call me for your hotel reservation.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry about class. What were you saying?
I was just asking if they were even now, or will this war continue?
No.
It's gonna get ugly.
V for vendetta.
Shankings.
It's a V for vendetta.
You don't understand. It doesn't end with even. All right. It doesn't end with even. It ends with surrender.
It ends with odd.
Somebody's gonna have to
get
taken out of the competition.
All right. Drew, she just shot fired. She came back into his identity.
Odd, but I like it a lot.
Now it's your turn, man.
I will keep it off the air because I don't want to accelerate it forever. I would like to see it ended someday.
No, we just show all my.
Drew wants peace.
I'm gonna show all my friends this and make them marry, kill, shag the three of you. That's gonna be.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
Let us know how it goes.
I won't fare well on that.
Oh wow. All right, everybody who's in the audience.
I'll just let you know, hey guys. My kill is Drew, so.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Obvious. But needed to be said.
Yeah.
Needed to be said.
Sorry, Drew, you got to go.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
It's only because she knows me so well.
Exactly.
Well, Brian, I guess you're getting married. No, just
Oh man, no woman deserves to be saddled with me.
Oh, me either, dude. Me either. All right, well, dude, guys, thanks again for having me on. It's been amazing.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
You guys are amazing. And
Likewise.
Sparkle, you're hilarious. You're hilarious. I love your movies. Look awesome. I want to check them out. I want to see how you do on this vote thing. I will give you a vote. I really appreciate getting to meet you.
Just one?
Hail Von Klaus.
One a day.
It's one a day.
You can vote every day for like.
I'll see what I can pull off.
Free.
All right.
You can always help veterans.
I'm gonna look at your competition. I'm gonna look at your competition. I'm gonna
Snap on those girls. Snap on those girls.
She knows how to find you now, Vaughn.
I have been a fan of the show for so long.
What's
I have
that?
been a fan for a long time. Drew knows I had a picture. I have been a fan for a long time, and Drew has a picture of me in the hot tub saying, "Hey, I'm watching War Talk," and you're rating Sword. Drew didn't tell you, but I was like, "Hey, it's War Talk." I am a War Talk fan.
Hell
Rock
yeah,
and roll,
boy.
Sparkle. Hell
Thank you so
yeah.
much.
Hell yeah. We appreciate
That's what we
you.
like to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, and hail everybody in the chat.
War Talk every day for the rest of us.
Heck yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah, and
That's the way to do it.
everybody in the chat, thank you so much for coming. Thanks so much for turning up. We appreciate the heck out of you folks.
Yeah. Everybody, thank you. We're going to end the broadcast. We'll see you next week at Horror Talk. And go follow Sparkle. Go vote for her. She's on YouTube, on Facebook.
Sparkle.
Yes. She's the only Sparkle Soojian on Facebook, so she'll be easy to find.
Thanks, Supreme Heretic. Peace out, everybody.
Everything